Hello, hello, if you're new to my channel, give me 1 second. If you're new to my channel, you probably don't know, but I'm never sure whether I'm live or not. So let me just take a quick look. Okay, Simba is here. I'm 1 minute late, I know. Okay, Simba's here, sweet! Let me take a look at my phone. We are not live yet. Not yet. Wait, is it not working? Did I mess up? Wait. Oh no, we are live! Hello guys, hello! Today we're going to do the interrogation for Catherine Augustus Andohar. Hello Amber, hello! Let's do it. Let's freaking do it! She is finally here! I can't wait to play through her story interrogation, I mean. So let's go. Catherine Augustus Andohar, the General. After collecting all evidence for this phase, you may begin. Let's buy it. Wait, let me just find her. Let me do it a bit normally. Let's first take a look at her. Ooh, Augustus! The Battle of BR-005 has ended, but General Catherine Augustus Andohar of this corps, who was deeply involved in the conflict, remains in this city, drawing attention from all parties. Seeing as your relationship has somewhat improved, the messenger from the 9th Agency hopes you can have discussion with Augustus as soon as possible. Let me just put the sound louder so you guys can hear her. Hopefully she's voiced. I didn't check, because normally there's a symbol that will show you if the interrogation is voiced. The destruction of BR-005 turned the tide of war. The Farland Alliance was forced into a full retreat. For this city, it was more than a victory. It was the moment they seized decisive strategic superiority. At the center of it all was General Augustus. Her legendary military success granted her unprecedented influence. Now the city holds its breath. Will Paradisus appoint her to a higher office? Will she seek new battlefields? The rumors are constant, Yet the profound reverence for her, or more accurately, for pure, unassailable strength, never wavers. You too, once felt that reverence. Having stood with her, breached the Black Ring, and rescued Hela, you placed her on pedestal. But perspective shift, and in the space of a few short days, yours began to change. September 1st and 115, Bureau Office. After BR-005, the MBCC mailroom has been nearly buried. Not in debris, but in gifts from General Augustus. From gifts?! She's sending you gifts, Chief?! They have been pouring in daily. Gourmet food, vintage wine, tailored suits, punctuated by endless invitations to galas and yacht parties. But the most absurd but far is one piece from her personal collection, a hulking metal horse statue. She is showering the Chief with presents, with love, with gifts. And we know she wants to be, you know... I mean, she did succeed, like being the general on the horse. Reportedly salvaged from the BR-005 battlefield, she found the metal horse very cool, but had no space for it in the Nirvana port, undergoing reconstruction. In a stroke of what she called generosity, General Augustus decided to let you display it for a few days. Yeah, she is courting Chief! Exactly! She's courting Chief. Wow! And we know like she's from nobility, or very like rich, powerful family. So she's doing like she's doing it that way, you know, to get the girl, to get the the madame, the lady. She's actually courting Chief. That is crazy. Chief is shocked. ... No, it's not voiced. So, do you like my gift? Any plans for the weekend? How does a general have this much free time? Some of us are chained to our desks. You get to relax. I get to bump the midnight oil. Wait, is it actually not voiced? I think I also remember in the previous year that the voice interrogations came later, right? I'm not sure right now. But it's so shocking to see not a voiced Augustus. Hearty laughter echoes on the other end of the terminal. After all we've been through, you still don't see it. Life can end in an instant. That's not a reason to hide in your office. It's a reason to live. No, wait, it should be voiced. Wait, maybe I need to download some packages? Or not? Wait, okay, I'm not sure right now. Especially for a workaholic like you might just drop dead from exhaustion one day, who knows? Stay composed. Thanks to the endurance training from your unit, I'm good for a few more all-nighters. Now you excuse me, duty code. By the way, Amber, have you seen the leaks for future upcoming characters? We are getting one of the biggest reveals ever. You know, I don't want to spoil you, just in case, you know, you haven't seen it yet. But someone we met in chapter 13, and not just chapter 13, even before. He's like one of the OGs. Maybe it's voice, maybe. I'm not sure. Brushing off like it could be for centuries, maybe. But I feel like, yeah, like in the previous years, I mean, Shalom and Zero were voiced, right? Though I believe it came way later. Like, it didn't come straight away, but like we had to wait a few days, or even a week. Cause I don't remember, it's been a while. But, oh yes, Rust, I know! Rust is huge! We finally know how he looks like. The agent from the 9th Agency. Shocking. Her contemplative tone gives you pause. Overtime is a convenient excuse, but you know the truth is more complicated. You are, after all, facing the most formidable woman in the city. And the fact that we're getting Rust, and not just Rust, a skin for Zoya, and also not just skin, but Reforge. He's an Endura. Yeah. I don't know his combat. I just saw his name and his design. That's insane. I feel like we are going to meet Zoya soon, but like the Zoya that is probably corrupted, like hella, Zoya Necresta, or is it politics, a conflict of interest, or are you simply wary of being swept out by her overwhelming charisma? With your comrades in arms, chapter closing, you haven't yet found a new skill for your relationship. You wonder if she has either. Also, he's in Lifesteal's team. Lifesteal? So he will work with Victoria 99 Case. Oh. Regardless, she speaks up. But I'm really excited. Because he was great. I loved him. I loved him in the story. I mean, it's still my favorite story, chapter 13. And not just chapter 13, but all the like previous stories leading up to chapter 13. Like the entire sequence from the beginning to chapter 13 was amazing. Like for example, was it 12? Yeah, chapter 12 where we had a scene with Raven and Crash. That was so emotional. Oh dang it, I'm late, hello potato. Oh don't, we just started. So don't worry, let me tell you what you just missed, right? Augustus, Catherine, Andohar is courting Chief. She is trying to get into Chief's pants. She's giving so much like treasure, gifts, present to Chief. The most expensive stuff. Showering her with love. With so much love. Could it be you're sulking because I was the one who pulled the little Hella out of the black ring, stealing your heroic moment? Don't take it too hard. After all, in this world, the strong call the shots. Clank. You ended the call and blocked her number in one furious motion. Your terminal smashes against the wall, a victim of your fury. The damage she inflicts isn't physical. It's a slow burn of pure frustration. You'll die from rage long before overwork claims you. Did you ever truly respect her? Really? Catherine's so cheeky, she's great. And let's not forget, she got put into a cryo chamber. So like she missed a lot. So she wants to live her life now. As the thought echoes in your mind, an elegant hand appears in the doorway, calmly receiving the device you just condemned. The 9th Agency! Speak of the devil! A colleague, well, ex-colleague of Rust. But the question is, what is the Rust doing? Does Langley know this? Like, is Rust and Langley working together? Or did Rust betray the 9th Agency? Or was Rust always like having ulterior motives? And it's not just Rust, right? At the end of chapter 13, we saw way more people than just Rust and Zoya. They were like more shadowy people. But there's no way Zoya is working with the underground. So this must be like a whole new different faction. Someone we didn't know before, like this corpse was new to us. I advise taking good care of this one. It's about to become extremely useful. Seeing an old friend should be a rare pleasure, and a part of you is genuinely glad his survival was a relief. The expected thing would be to exchange pleasantries to fall into that easy rhythm, but you can't. No one escapes the spider boss? True. The crisis is far from over, and the Ninth Agency is at the very epicenter of it all. An intelligence agent shouldn't have time for casual visits, which means this is anything but casual. Russ is with just as much as Baiji. Yeah, and we need to know what happened to Baiji. And not just Baiji, but her entire gang of Baiji, KK, and She. Because they all got caught at the same time, right? Yeah, they both got caught at the same time by Langley. And god, wait, where did they get caught? They got caught in the second anniversary event, right? I believe so. Or not? God, it's been a while. It's good to see you in one piece, but you don't just drop by for chat at a time like this. What's wrong? You always did cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're correct. In concerning situations developing within the city-state, the Ninth Agency is preoccupied with external threats, leaving us stretched too thin to address it properly. So I've come to seek your counsel, and if I may be so bold, to ask you to leverage your unique rapport with certain individual. Oh my god. The Ninth Agency wants Chief to get closer to Augustus. You know, to capture her heart. So like, we can like use Augustus to do some like work? You mean they want Chief to to seduce Catherine? Naturally, I'm referring to the most prominent, politically sensitive, and frankly sleep-depriving figure right now, General Augustus. The entire Whitestone industry is under Spider Boss now. True. But the question is that an asset? You know? Because like, I feel like the Whitestone Industries have a lot of debt due to Baiji. So I feel like because like they belong under the Spider Boss now, right? And someone comes to Baiji like, hey, debt, you know, you owe me. Baiji can just say, you know, talk to my boss. Go talk to Langley. Langley owes you. We belong to her now. For Chief, always the bait. True, always the freaking bait. Except, after the Ash campaign, the city's savior, General Augustus, never bothered to leave. Instead of leading her Shattered Blade unit back to Nirvana Port, she's embedded herself in the city's elite social circuit, or more accurately, the elite now curate the events specifically for her. Yeah, what was the word? Asset or liability. Chief acting as a bridge between Discourse and Ninth Agency? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's what Ninth Agency wants to do, kinda. Oh, well, not really. It's more like the Ninth Agency needs help with something, and General Augustus is the best for it. But Chief is like the bridge for everyone. And I can't wait to meet Chief's sister, your sister. The Underground Shepherd. Attended a celebration banquet hosted by Public Security Bureau Chief Ford, a man previously suspected of involvement in the Euphoria case. Attended the covered meeting at the Jacknell estate, the purpose unknown. The owner Pen Jacknell is suspect in hypercube smuggle operations. Oh, and also, they are finally rerunning the third ever event, the one with Enfer. And I'm not sure, but I think, God, I read it somewhere. They might have changed some stuff in the Enfer event, so we're gonna have to replay it. Yeah, we will need to replay it, I think. Did they? Okay, I'm gonna have to double check. I mean, I played it before, but I mean, if they change some stuff, we can play it again, and it's so good. It was the first event, limited event, where we were like, holy shit, we got like so many B rank characters and A rank characters. Right. I despite the boss everything will work, even Whitestone's industry. The report further notes a trail of suspicious financial transactions and regulatory violations, as multiple institutions have bent their own rules to accommodate her. And I have finally gotten... I don't know how much I can talk about it. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say much. Or I'm gonna speak vaguely. But I wanted to make a video addressing this anyway, like my 3-year journey with Pathtonowhere, like the good things, the bad things, and so on. But I feel like Iceno is finally changing their global strategy. To the public, Augustus is a war hero basking in well-earned glory, but beneath the surface her presence is a destabilizing force, sending shockwaves through the city's power structure. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Emperor's event. It will be my first playthrough. Oh! Enjoy Ember! If it's your first, enjoy. It's really cute. It's really, really cute. It's especially huge back in the day, because back in the day, like, we didn't know how much the old characters would make a, you know, appearance again. So, it was really shocking back, back in the day. and the A rank during the event. Oh god, what was her name? She's great. She's amazing. McQueen. As you know, the general promised to return to Nirvana Port to regroup and wait for the orders. The agreed upon deadline, however, has come and gone with no sign of her departure. I guess I can talk about it because I'm not really talking about what they wrote me. I'll be looking forward to a repeat review. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna make two, like one review and one more like just experience, like just talking experience. So I guess I can touch about this right now. And tier list, of course. That too. That too. It's coming. I promise. I mean, I've been promising that for like 2 months now, but I promise it's coming this week. Okay, I promise. I just had a bit. I was lazy. Augustus is bold, I'll give her that. Maybe even flashy, but she's always been straightforward with me. Is that really how the 9th agency sees her? Or is this the view from higher up? So, like, so far, I feel like, I still really didn't have a, like, global strategy YouTube idea. Or YouTube strategy. On how to grow the fandom. Like, for example, in the previous years, they would like try to randomly, sponsor so many YouTubers. And I feel like that was such a huge mistake. Like, they didn't focus on the YouTubers or content creators that were already like in love with Pathtonowhere and really like give them the shine and work together with them. I mean, there's a lot of characters, the today's video will be long. True. It will be long and difficult, right? Because I have to like evaluate every character and like compare them. So it's going to be difficult. Exactly, Ember. I agree. You must understand, compared to the long history she has written, your time with her has been but a brief chapter. You read on, confusion giving way to disbelief, then to stunned silence, the revelation on the screen is impossible. Your eyes lock on the words, refusing to process them. What is this? Every detail, there's a verifiable effect, a measure of historical record. We've fabricated nothing. This comes from vital allies in our recent fight. That is true, but it seems the journal has not entirely left her. Shadowed past behind. She is playing a deeper game? A deeper game. Like, in a way to really, like, woo Chief, to quote Chief, to seduce Chief. His focus remains locked on the intelligence in your hands. A solemn undercurrent now runs through his tone. The shipper has so many to take care of now, true. The Chief really does. MBCC is a huge family. A gigantic family. The General holds a unique interest in you. We need you to use that. Learn what she is truly planning. If our concerns are misplaced, then we will all rest easier. But if they are not, then this city may face a threat far more dangerous than anything the Outlands could muster. After a moment of hesitation, you set aside the other reports in your hands and accept the mission. Ooh! She is sitting in the interrogation chair! The next day, against all reason, she comes. Catherine Augustus Andohar, the general who repelled the great enemy, the leader of the Shattered Blade, this city's most celebrated figure, has accepted your scrutinous invitation. She forsakes the dozen high society galas to descend into your austerity. Oppressive interrogation room. Start. The chair has held countless notorious sinners, yet none occupy it as she does. She sits with an air of poised imperiousness, not as a guest in the domain, but as its sovereign. So, this is where you finally decide to ask me, after playing hard to get for so long? Charming. Off to the battlefield, your sense of the decorum is remarkably flexible. Thank you for accepting the MBCC's invitation, General Augustus. Hearing you address her this way, she raises an eyebrow. This isn't a formal interrogation, just a routine inquiry. Since you've been at White Sands for years, you're likely unaware of the recent policy changes in the city. The true Aura Farmer. Hello Annie! Hey Autumn guys, hello Annie! How you're doing amazing. Being a sinner is no longer a crime. Pass our psychological and ability assessments, get an MBCC safety certification, and you can move freely in public. You'll have the full rights of any this citizen. I totally forgot that the MBCC after Chapter 13 changed so much. Like the sinners are not shackled, they don't have to be in the MBCC anymore. They can like freely move around, you know, around this city. I mean, as long as they, I guess, like pass a exam. As long as they pass an exam. I guess like, yeah. I guess some people are still like locked in the MBCC, like Nox, you know? Because Nox, even though she's like best daughter, she's very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Super duper dangerous. True image, true Aura Pharma. I was watching movies, I came in late. Oh, no worries, Annie. What movie did you watch? Oh, cute. Hello, M. Acceptable. Not much different from how things are now. Well, then let's see what the Chief of Minos can do without a suspect like me. The rumors flying about you are fascinating. A mere 2 hours ago, you could have dismissed her methods as unprofessional. Now the illusion is gone. Is this a game? Yes, this is Pathtonowhere. Amazing, amazing game. And right now you have the 3rd anniversary, so it's the perfect time to start the game because you can get the strongest character ever, Catherine Augustus Andohar. She's so strong. With her, I managed to clear so many things I couldn't do before, like some stuff, endgame stuff. Ask why she's staying in the city. Predators? Oh, predators! Plus, I don't think Augustus even has a citizenship, right? Exactly. Exactly, potato. Right now, the chief is offering her, you know, to go through this test so she can get the city's citizenship. I mean, like, before the main story, she couldn't return back to this city. But now, I mean, she's welcome back. But she's also a sinner. Isn't this the greatest city? All my family mansions and estates are here. Am I not allowed to come home? Or is the journal not permitted to take vacation? Ooh. You called bringing an entire station military unit as vacation. My troops have weathered storms for years and just won a war. They deserve to enjoy the peace. Is there a problem with a commander looking after her owner? But the places you've been visiting are suspicious. It's the same classified document from the 9th Agency, cataloging all her contacts with numerous high-ranking officials. Subsequent verification has linked a significant number of these individuals to active investigations for wartime betrayal and systemic corruption. I'm catching up with some movies that are well known but never watched them fully. Make sure to watch God, what is the name of the movie? Lego Movie Online? There's an amazing song. Everything is awesome. I love that movie. It has 2 movies. 2 movies too. It's so good. She listens, her eyes lock on yours. As you speak, her gaze sharpens from casual attention to a blade's point of focus. Is there a problem with my social calendar? Does our austere chief find my taste in associates too lavish? It's you who are meeting with that concerns me. It's who you are meeting. It's why you are meeting with them that concerns me. Who and why. I had that song downloaded for my mom as a ringtone. Oh, cute, Eddie, really? For your mom? She loves that song? I love that song too. Your mom has great taste. Or maybe you have great taste. Or both of you. Because I love that song. Everything is awesome. I have friends who brief me on these people. I know their backgrounds. By associating with them, you're only tarnishing your own reputation. Oh, and was that your friend, the speaker, who told you that? Or Max King? Or perhaps the friend who happens to be the former speaker's illegitimate daughter? Elvira. Oh, she's talking about Max King and Elvira. Yup. Her gaze is physical pleasure, and her tone sharp enough to cut sends a jolt of ice down your spine. Who my sources are isn't the point. What are you playing at, Augustus? Augustus gives a soft chuckle. What do you think? You have investigated me so roughly, or perhaps your real interest isn't in me at all, but in this cop standing behind me. I think she's sad. Augustus is sad that Chief isn't interested in her right now, right? Because like Catherine is showering her with the most expensive this city stuff she can find, you know, like expensive dress, I don't know, jewelry, high heels. I don't know what Chief needs, okay? All kinds of stuff. And now Chief, instead of paying attention to her and giving her her full attention, she is paying attention to something else. Go on then, tell me what you've uncovered. Guess who's interrogating who now? A new edge enters her voice. Your body reacts as if to a physical threat. Muscles coiling, your grip on the files turning into a defensive clutch. Chief is married to her job? Exactly. That's the sinner's biggest rival. Chief's job. After the city's independence, your faction rode the momentum of the independence war to an overwhelming election victory. Within 2 years, you had pacified the satellite towns, bringing security and prosperity to the entire periphery. But soon after, the Discorps under Draven's command twisted. Draven mentioned the previous leader of Discorps, the second. He waged brutal campaigns abroad, while enforcing an iron grip at home. He led the city into a long, dark era. Is that why she killed the previous general? Because Draven, even though they were friends, colleagues, God, what happened to Draven? Maybe because of mania, or maybe he chose to do this because he wanted this city to become powerful. So he chose to like become the villain, so to speak. A cold sweat pricks at your hairline as you lay out the information. Augustus doesn't interrupt. She merely observes, her eyes alight with undisguised amusement. And what does that history lesson have to do with me? Didn't your Fuzz mention I was asleep for most of it? I bet he was at fault for devastating Jasmine's hometown. Oh god, you might be right, Amber. Indeed, for this city in the fight for independence. Wait, I don't know if that's a Jasmine interrogation thing, but I need to play her interrogation. Indeed, for this city in the fight for independence, a sinner who could control magnetic fields was a priceless strategic asset, one capable of tipping the vast military scales against the metropolis. To preserve this power and stave off mania corruption, Catherine Augustus Andohar was placed in cryosleep shortly after the independence, following the liberation of several key satellite towns. Wait, it's already so dark? Let me... Actually, it's fine if it's dark. By the time she woke, it was already at 103, long after the scopes had been reorganized into FAC, but is she truly as disconnected from it as she seems? You were close to Draven. The records are clear. He gave you medals and promotions outside the chain of command. He personally led you into battle, and rumors suggest he was grooming you as his successor. To treat your war-induced mania intensification, he personally ordered Edge to develop cryosleep technology, all to ensure you would survive until a cure could be found. That man is regarded as the greatest dictator in this city's history, a figure who's still controversial today, and you were like a daughter to him. Are you saying you knew nothing about what he was doing, that you had no responsibility for it? That might be the case, unfortunately. Like a daughter? Huh, if that old grouch heard you say that, he'd be spinning in his grave. She dismissed the most insignificant point of your accusation with a light laugh, yet her voice retains a strange, almost fond warmth. Mid-laughter, her eyes find yours. The warmth vanishes, replaced by a focus so intense it feels like physical pressure. Go on, I'm listening. Marshal Draven's prestige from the Independence War gave him immense power, but that power corrupted him. It concentrated in his hands until he became tyrant. By the end of his first term, slow reconstruction was turning people against him. Facing electoral defeat, he refused to step down, he rigged the vote and forced his way back into office, becoming the longest ruling dictator in the city's history. His solution to internal strife was external war. He plundered abroad and crushed dissent at home. Corruption was rampant, the city-state kept rotting until the sea explosion in NF-84 finally forced its hand. Man, why is it always like that, you know? Like in real life. If you're struggling politically at home, you just go to war. You just go to war and create a, like, enemy, right? Create an enemy to direct the focus away from home political stuff. Continue. After the explosion, the Black Ring returned. Mania catastrophes were everywhere. Draven had no choice but to cooperate with Edge. He ceded authority, merged the military into the FAC, a united front against Mania. He stepped down as speaker to become the FAC's first commander-in-chief. Oh, Draven was the very first commander-in-chief of the FAC. The title changed, but his grip on power didn't. Not until the Eclipse operation failed in NF-103. Wait! Eclipse operation! That's the same operation, I believe, that Rahu lost her captain, right? I think Rahu was part of that operation, and she lost her squad there. I think. Was it Rahu? I think so. A bigger problem to focus on? Exactly, Annie. After the disaster with public outrage, the FAC broken, the Marshal finally fell, he died in bitterness and obscurity. It is, yeah. That's when she was kidnapped from the underground. Oh shit, the plot deepens. This is the official record. The rumor is he couldn't live with his failure, that he took his own life. And he woke up in NF... She woke up in NF-103? After Draven's death, when Edge appointed Adrian Sterling as the new Commander-in-Chief. Adrian Sterling, the current FAC Commander-in-Chief. You refused his orders, you took a faction of this corps and left the city. Oh! So that's what happened. Interesting. It's been a long time since anyone has recounted this story to me. Go on. The words die in your throat. A different kind of cool, one of pure dread, seizes you, locking your jaw and making speech impossible. What are you trying to accomplish by coming back now? She holds your gaze, relentless and silent, until the question evaporates from your mind and all that remains is a slow, suffocating weight of her attention. Are you afraid of me? How could I? Yes, you're intimidating? How could I be? You should be, girl. Hey, you should be, girl. Do you think I can't do anything just because you were on your turf? Well, you know, I want to say that the MVCC is the strongest force across all of the city, but at the same time, she gets captured like every day, kidnapped every week. So, your pathetic security system can't even detect a killing intent is clear. Okay, our security system can't detect anything. Oh shit, she's looking very serious. She looks very serious. Exclamation mark, quotation mark. Blackness ensues as the mania fields kills the lights. The sinner's restraints disengage immediately. In the heartbeat that follows, cold metal shrieks as it clamps around your wrists and ankles, chaining you to the chair. Your struggles are useless. Across from you, the architect of this chaos lounges in her seat, a motionless silhouette in the dark, a stated predator observing its captive prey. Curious, let me give you a demonstration of how we used to handle interrogations back in the tyrannical discourse era. Unseen force lifts your chair and you with it. You glide helplessly through the oppressive dark, drawn directly towards her. Augustus remains seated, merely planting a foot against your chair to halt your approach with nonchalance. I have completed my registration. I haven't misused my powers. By the book, you have no grounds to interrogate me. Besides, you've been too busy to see me. too busy. So why the sudden change of heart? I'm telling you! She is jealous! She is so jealous! Explain. This escalates real quick, damn, right? That's what when, yeah. Your recent behavior has raised concerns. After our victory, a lot of dubious elements have resurfaced. Instead of keeping your distance, you're meeting with them. People are naturally questioning intentions. Oh, and what does that have to do with you? Didn't you solemnly declare you'd only fight Mania and only go to Mania battlefields? It's only been a few days and now you're dabbling in political scandals again. Her questioning leaves you speechless. Indeed, you have no official reason to be involved. She truly hasn't misused her abilities. You no longer report to the 9th Agency. Wait, you no longer report to the 9th Agency? And the MBCC has no stake. So why are you risking her wrath? Doubt flashes through your mind, but now is not the time to waver. Augustus demands an answer. Tell her about your mission. Some reliable people are concerned about your intentions. They asked me to look into it. For Chief, always in the middle, she's like the child of divorced parents? Ooh, a bit, yeah. They told you, quite a bit, didn't they? To be careful around me, to stay away, or perhaps to deliver a warning. Well, more like to get more involved with you. Who told you to probe me like this? Who? It's Orange? Her voice drops to glacial temperature. An unseen magnetic force wrenches your chair forward, slamming you into the direct cutting line of her stare? So now you're face to face to her, close to her? Like within a couple of centimeters. How did the person who gave you this mission describe me? Rebel, usurper, thug, heir to the dictator. Heir to a dictator. Returning aspirant, what else? Then, did they tell you this? The cold leather of her glove closes around your jaw. With irresistible force, she yanks you forward, pulling your ear to within a breath of her mouth. The second commander of the Independence Army, the first democratically elected speaker, the first FAC commander-in-chief, Marshal Draven Steele, did not commit suicide. He was killed by his most trusted subordinate. These ambitious jackals waited until the old Marshal was in his twilight years, then made their move to seize his fading power. They delivered the final blow to the already weakened FAC, ensuring it would become nothing more than Edge's puppet. Ooh. What? They left that part out, did they? Good, then you should hear it from me, and we can discuss other things too. Like what we really did to our own people, to others, not just numbers in a report, the real stories, the kind they would never dare mention now during this city's glorious triumph. It's far too shameful. Oh boy. Yelena and the others. Hella. That's enough, use the shackles? Let her continue. Hello Sunny Sunny! Hi Autumn, wish you a great stream! Thank you so much Sunny Sunny, thank you so much! Damn, the plot thickens! If you want to talk, then tell me this. Why do treacherous, irredeemable remnants of the Discords have such close ties with the current Commander-in-Chief? Back in NF-103, when the FAC was at its weakest, why didn't your arrogant, disloyal faction, you included, seize power? And who had the strength to exile you all? Jasmine? Yelena, so freaking many, yeah. And we know this from the beginning, right? Ever since we started the game. Like, Edge, Paradisos, like, we can't trust them. They're not good guys. Let's not forget, just because, like, we're talking to Shoal now, we must not forget what happened to Shalom. And how they, like, deleted her memory and made her a puppet. So, not memory, emotions. Deleted her emotions. And what were you really angry about just now? This mission. What are you using me to fight against? ... We'll never forget Shalom? Exactly. We will never forget Shalom. Chief? Nightingale? The door bursts open as Nightingale interrupts the conversation. General Augustus, this is a serious misunderstanding. Please allow me to explain. Instead she settles back against the chair, tilting her head in a cool, appraising stare directed at your adjutant. I must say, I never imagined this city would treat a victorious general like this. What's the saying? Kill the goose that lays the golden eggs, though your chief has no way to restrain me. You have my sincere apologies. The Ninth Agency inadvertently implicated you during the investigation into the Silage Society. They have been individuals with ulterior motives, attempting to approach you since your victory. Our intention was only to advise caution. However, a person of significant authority has vouched for you. All official suspicions have been cleared. We only need to complete some paperwork to formally restore your freedom. Who? Who has cleared it for Catherine? Catherine holds her in a cold, silent stare for a protracted moment before the force-field restraining you finally dissolves. Nightingale to the rescue? True. Your wife, Chief's wife. Man, it's so crazy. We still don't know what Rebecca is up to. The one of the very first characters we met, the most mysterious girl, Chief's ex-wife, Rebecca. The last time we met her was in Zoya's Black Ring, when we needed to get saved. She is planning something. She's planning something huge. Too busy to keep tabs on me personally this time, eh? She scans the documents and you both see it. The cited author's name. Rebecca, come home! Come home, Rebecca! Barry Orwell, the council's recording clerk who publicly challenged her at the various wartime gatherings. A slow, knowing smirk spreads across her lips, but your mind is already elsewhere, grappling with far more critical implication. What do you mean, cleared? My interrogation isn't finished. This is far from over. And who exactly vouched for her? Nightingale's face loses all color, her words catching in her throat before a single syllable can form. Augustus' voice slices through the tension. It means someone in higher places wants to stand behind me and ride the wave of my success? Well, I suppose I should humor them. She frees you from the chair's magnetic grip. The clatter of fallen metal pieces is the sound of the interrogation being forcibly concluded. Then, as if flipping a switch, she is all so small and soothing gestures, gently straightening your clothes. My apologies for misunderstanding you. It's been a complicated time. I may have been on edge. I hope I didn't frighten you. Perfect timing. I have a banquet to attend. You should join me. Consider it my way of making amends. I'll even let you get a good whiff of the sweet scent of power. She moves to leave, but she passes you. She leans in close enough for her shadow to fall across your vision, dominating your field of view. After all, when she ordered to keep a close eye on me. Let's go. Ooh, first part complete. The interrogation of Augustus comes to a halt, but you have confirmed numerous discrepancies between the historical record and the classified document on hand. As you get pulled into yet another political turmoil involving various factions, Augustus asks you to keep a close eye on her. You agree. The banquet at the Premier Luxury Hotel has attracted numerous influential figures, including factions involved in the cases you have previously handled. While they are all ready to fawn over Augustus, she deliberately approaches you as she enters the hall. Ooh. Her eyes are only focused on Chief of the MBCC. She is locked in. I wonder, oh god, if it's voiced in Mandarin, I could switch the language to Mandarin. I mean, just the voice, right, for Catherine. But I don't know if it's voiced in Chinese or Mandarin. Victor's celebration banquet for the Ash campaign. She is the judge of Minos True. This type of 5D chess political game is frying my brain. Me too. It's always frying my brain. Since last year's attack on the Vias Mansion, the historic Peace Mansion has emerged as the district's most prestigious venue for elite gatherings. Tonight, it is a monument to extravagance. Gold and silver horse statues stand behind the blooming flowers. Bottles of fine wine gleam under the light as rare blue feathers adorn legendary swords and armor, all competing for attention. The air is thick with the glowing scent of perfume, a fragrance so potent it stings the nose. In every corner, wealth is emulated in a desperate race to express adoration for the general's victory. The guests have collectively decided this is the style she prefers, a questionable assumption at best. They are here to celebrate her triumph, but the true cause for revelry is the mansion's renaming. Several distinguished elites have been sold their pride, trading formal wear for military attire it is as if, from this day forward, peace has been superseded by a more glorious name, Augustus. Yet beneath the stubborn veneer, the air crackles with faint, restless anxiety. Are we really safe with her here? She's not like the others, and it wasn't long ago that we... Shh, she's a woman of grand ambition, not some petty tyrant. Anyone who can't see which way the wind is blowing is a fool. It's just like the Independence War. Stake your claim now or get left behind. Unlike that idiot Max King, he's really... Oh, look, she's here. Catherine, the star of the evening, makes her entrance. General Augustus descends the grand staircase, her opulent gown, a seamless part of her bejeweled tapestry of political and business elites below. In a deliberate irony, the guest of honor herself has foregone her signature flamboyant military regalia, rendering the banquet's meticulous martial theme case of profoundly misguided flattery. All eyes follow her as she glides through the crowd, not to greet a dignitary but to stop before a decorative suit of armor in the corner. You watch helpless as she invites you out from your hiding spot behind it, decisively links her arm with yours, linking her arm with Chief's arm. You're early, excited, aren't you? She is excited. She smiles with the intimate familiarity, as if she has entirely forgotten that you two nearly came to blows in the interrogation room just yesterday. Augustus, you... Invites quotation marks? Yes, it's Catherine! She wants you to call her by her first name. You know, and like in... I don't know what's the Chinese culture like, but in like Japanese anime culture, whenever someone tells you, you know, drop the surname, call me by my first name, you know, it's like serious now. She hasn't just forgotten, she's orchestrating a scene. Deliberately she steps closer, her hands coming out to straighten your posture with a proprietor's air. Under the weight of the crowd's gaze, she begins to adjust you. Hello Cassidy, hello Autumn, how are you all today? I am doing great. besides, well, almost. I woke up to horrible news. Horrible news. Horrible Mudaya news. Tragic, depressing Mudaya news. Gacha news. We went over this last night. Your hair's come loose again. With a knowing smile, she tucks the stray hair at your temples behind your ears. Her wrist brushes your cheek? Wait. She tucks the stray hairs at your temples? Behind your ears? Wait, like, you know? I mean, I have short hair. But, you know, like, that's so romantic, right? I guess that's what? Because it's like, oh god, if only I had a girl here so I could show you. But, like, girls have long hair on the side and you, like, tuck it behind the ear. That's such a romantic gesture. Her wrist brushes your cheek. It brushes your cheek, carrying with that familiar, subtle fragrance a scent that irresistibly draws your gaze back to her face. Yeah, I witnessed myself was there when he took them. Great. A very intimate gesture indeed. Right? Like, I only do that with, like, you know, with your, like, someone, like... You don't even do that to your friend. You do that with someone like... With your lover. Or with your friend. Like, you know. Like deep friend. Oh, she has always been radiant. But at this close distance, surrounded by her fragrance, the fearsome battlefield commander unexpectedly reveals an unfamiliar tenderness. It doesn't take her long to arrange your hair, but then her fingertips trail lightly down the curve of your ear. A jolt of sensation sparks through you, forcing you to turn your head away from her intense scrutiny. Oh, Pathtonowhere dating sim? Pretty much. Pathtonowhere story quest. Character quest. Only to be met by stares of the crowd, their faces now a mess of envy and admiration. She's so touchy and feely. True. Like, and she wants you so bad. Like, she really wants you. I mean, she's been trying to win over Chief's heart since day one. What a stunning pair, the heroes of our city. You simply must grace the cover of our magazine. We'll arrange our finest photography team for you. We are not meeting the allegation! True. Beyond that, the journal's heroic deeds will surely be recorded in the history books, celebrated for generations just like Kalen. Keelan Square? Ooh, Keelan. Augustus breaching BR005, the Frank family has already commissioned the city's most renowned artists to capture the moment. The masterpiece will be delivered to your residence the instant it's complete. The flattery finds its mark. The valorous general leans against you, shaking with laughter as she puts you into the spotlight. The socialites, usually so cunning, now spew the most absurd praises which she accepts with regal grace. This is a treatment Catherine Augustus Andohar now commands in the city, bathed in the cloying, suffocating adoration. Only she could accept it as a natural birthright. You, however, drag along royal consort, can only scorn misery. Nothing happened last night? What was that all about? We had a good time last night? Oh, Kevin is trying to, like, you know, let the people know. Let the people know that Chief is taken. Just giving the fools a little show, don't you think their reactions are amusing? The fools in the audience savor every moment of her stage scandal. Scandal! An insane scandal of the commander, the boss of the Shattered Blade, you know, having a scandalous, romantic fling with the chief of the MBCC. Just here for a good time, not a long time. Oh, don't worry, Cassidy. It's super late for you, right? She wants the rumors. She does want rumors. She wants like everyone in the city know that Chief is taken. That she got her eyes. That she's gazing upon Chief. Amusing, it'll disgust me. Hilarious. She answers with a smile. Her grip a silent command not to leave. Her grip? She's gripping your hand? Wait. She answers with a smile. Her grip a silent command not to leave. She is gripping, holding your hand tightly. She doesn't want Chief to leave her. So that's why she's clutching onto your hand. And then a distinctly prominent voice cuts through the chorus of sycophantic praise. Like intertwining fingers. The interrogations are not super long. True. General, your presence truly honors this gathering. And of course your esteemed companion as well. Wilton? Who? The man offers a respectful bow in the direction. You recognize him from a memorable reception. Wilton Stewart, a prominent conservative councillor who was outmaneuvered by Max King Tobias. First in an election, then in a recent war. Now he's swiftly repositioning himself for a new gambit, a man not to be underestimated. The crowd instinctively parts, granting the host the coveted space before the general privilege. He accepts with natural ease, noting your empty hands as he smoothly continues. I have treasure vintage, imported from the Campbell estate. Might it be to your taste? I just now started playing this game. I'm gonna get better strategy style. Gacha game. Enjoy Zalgo. Pathtonowhere is very difficult in the beginning. In the beginning it's very difficult, then it gets much easier once you get used to the game, and then it becomes insanely difficult again. Like starting chapter 10, I believe, or 9, probably 10. It's really difficult, so make sure to level up some core breakers, otherwise you're in a lot of trouble. Though there's an easy mode now, or they call it story mode. So like you don't have to worry. It should be easier now. But easier is still, like, could be still difficult, right? It could still be difficult. I remember someone struggled even in story mode. So even though it's easier, probably like, if you don't have core breakers, it will be still very, very hard. Of course, right away, and you achieve the MBCC and the preferences. I must say, I never dreamed of heroes of our city-state would grace us with their presence tonight. It's an immense honor. Please accept my personal gratitude. I play gacha games for the story characters and world building. Me too. Me too. You're as accommodating as ever, but our little chief doesn't drink this kind of stuff. Let's talk about something else. If I recall, you invited me here to discuss something important. Something about my garrison. Well, I had hoped to be better prepared to discuss this in the privacy of residence. And since Chief is here honoring us for the first time, surely there are more interesting diversions. My collection room or the gallery. Should I call you a coward or just blind? Can't you see? Chief came here with me. That makes this person no outsider. And I don't appreciate that kind of treatment. What got you into this game? The character designs. The character designs for sure. And just the insanely unique, what do you call it? presentation, I guess? Presentation of the game. I mean, I'm a day one player. And when I saw the trailers, I was like, holy shit, I can't believe, you know. I just wanted to try the game because it looks so unique on the market. And it is so unique. Like, no other game comes close to Pathtonowhere. I think so. I mean, there's some games that are kinda similar? Is there a game that looks similar to Pathtonowhere? I don't think so. Like, a lot of other gacha games are very like, not sure how to describe it. Like, anime fight? Or like chibi fight? But like, Pathtonowhere gives you like hot adults. Yeah, advice is very unique, exactly. Don't spend on the game, streamer has skins though, I wonder why. Hello Priscilla! Thank you so much for the skins, Priscilla. You're the best, Priscilla. I have so many skins thanks to you now, thank you so much. Milton freezes for only a moment before a sudden understanding dawns, his face brightening with unmistakable delight. Don't forget about Arknights. I have not played Arknights, so I can't say much about Arknights. I've seen the trailers, but I haven't played it. It looks fun though, it looks fun. Oh, of course, how foolish of me. You two are steadfast allies, comrades who have faced death together. That makes you both my most honest friends. Please write this way. You know, I feel like also one of the reasons is most like gacha games are very the setting is in a like medieval fantasy world or like future like scientific, like far in the future scientific world. Well, Pathtonowhere like is kinda too, but it's more like grounded in today's time. If that makes sense. I don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense to you or to me. But it's like yeah, like this century basically. The century we're experiencing right now. Obviously we still have like magic, you know, like magic, demons and so on, corruptors and mania and you know, scientific stuff we have too, crazy stuff we have too, you know, like black rings and so on. But yeah, the setting, yeah. Post-apocalyptic cyberpunk world. I guess so. I feel like I don't even think that really. I don't know how I would describe Pathtonowhere. I really don't know. I would have to look into it. Agnes is also modern, set in post-apocalyptic world, sure. He eagerly leads you to both towards another man. I mean, I don't know how similar Arknights is when it comes to the world. He eagerly leads you both towards another man. Because it's not like the same apocalyptic. Well, actually, I can't. I don't know. Well, one day when I play the game, I'll let you know how similar they are. This is kind of futuristic but current time vibes. Oh, that's the word I mean. That's the word. Thank you so much. Current time vibes. Yeah. I guess that's the word I wanted to say. Like Pathtonowhere is very like current time vibes. General Augustus and Chief Countryside. Yeah, like futuristic, post-apocalyptic, current time vibes. That's Pathtonowhere. I think that's yeah. General Augustus and Chief. Bowing to you, he shares a swift glance with Wilton, and his own defenses finally come down. Agnes is very action-focused, Pathton is mommy-focused. I mean, true. Can't deny that. That is true, Fritza is right. I'm Zerny. From my background, let's just say it's the most important detail tonight. What is important is the word on the street that General Augustus' troops still lodged in a hotel. From what I've seen from your streets, it's kind of similar. Oh. Like, from what I've seen or heard about about Arknights, it feels like Arknights is like similar, but like way more in the future. Like Arknights is giving me more like punishing Raven vibes. Like the world. I don't know how accurate it is, but I mean that's just my first impression. Do you have a favorite character arc in the game? I do. Chapter 13 of Pathtonowhere. The final like conclusion, it's amazing. It's so good. And not just that, like everything that leads up to it, especially starting from chapter 10 or 11. I think from chapter 11. 11, 12, and 13 are so good together. 12 is amazing. Even though it's short, it's so packed with with great scenes. The finest hotel in the East Side. The Mummy arc, this is his favorite arc. So P10 doesn't have stuff like drones and futuristic gadgets. No, we do. We definitely do. But we don't have like spaceships. Like, it's all on Earth. I don't know if Arknights is giving me vibes like you can also travel to other planets. Is that true in Arknights? I don't know, but it's just giving me vibes that in Arknights you will be able to go to other planets. In Pathtonowhere you don't do that. That's why I'm saying like Arknights is giving me like way more futuristic, like way more advanced, way more in the future. Having played both, Arknights and PTN's worlds have pretty similar vibes. Oh, for Arknights it only takes only on Earth. Okay, so I guess they are very similar. Wow. And Locke played both games, so Locke will have the most accurate opinion. Most accurate opinion. I see. Wow. But there's an event where you go to rocket to the moon. Okay, wow. Well, so okay, I guess so. So they're very similar. Naturally, the birth of the Andohar family is truly remarkable. However, for a distinguished hero of the city-state to like proper garrison within our own walls, it would make this city a laughingstock if word got out. Well then, enlighten me. Where do you believe that this corp's new garrison should be established? They immediately take the subtle depth in her smile for encouragement. Sandy clears his throat and seizes the opportunity. The FAC was fundamentally built around discourse, integrating numerous other departments, and there is no question that you and your Shattered Blade are the rightful heirs to the legacy. You never should have been separate entities to begin with. So I guess I wonder which gacha games are the most advanced. Like, I mean, the world-wise. I mean, I guess Honkai Star Rail and then Punishing Grey Raven? It would tremendously enhance the security of our entire city-state. That's not for you to decide, is it? As Sony smiles, you observe a ripple effect. One by one, the faces behind him mirror the expression. I mean, advanced worlds. It's not my decision alone, but the will of the people, the calling of our era. These are extraordinary times. The city needs a wartime leader to guide us all and usher in a new age. The commander has grown old, set his ways, but I believe there's no one in all of the city more suited to the role than you. The business sector, the city council, and even certain voices from Pardesos all want you to step forward, or at the very least have your forces take a definitive position on the garrison. Should you show interest, many would eagerly clear the path for you. Catherine, well then, I thank you both for your consideration. Her smile deepens as she raises her glass in the total agreement with the two men, while wholly ignoring tension in your arm. It is the signal they have been waiting for. A palpable wave of relief washes over the crowd, and the room slowly fills with the hum of laughter and animated conversation. Both Kuro and Hoyo games have similar kind of setting, fantasy setting with hints of advanced technology. Honkai Star is really more fantasy than just because of sci-fi theme paint. You know, looking back, this war hasn't been all bad. The whole West District situation has made the economy stagnant for years, but the General's forces have turned it all around overnight. The Outlands took quite the beating this time, and the war reparations care to against the figure. The reparations are nothing. The real price is BR005. They deployed all those apostles of ashes, and after suppressing them, there's supposedly no mines. Impossible. Mark my words, a new great hypercube rush is about to begin. Gameplay-wise, PTN is more reactive, via buffs and curtain movement in the map during battle, and Agnes is more strategic, pre-planning before battle. Yeah. Yeah, Agnes is definitely giving me like more old-school tower defense vibes. But I love the fact that you can use a lot of characters. I hope one day we get in Pathtonowhere like a gigantic map where we can like use, I don't know, 12 characters too. Or like a lot at the same time. But that would be a crazy map. That would have to be a gigantic map. And I'm not sure if it would work on a phone. I guess it could. Like maybe a raid. A raid fight. If that's true, with General Augustus at the helm, our shipping lanes will be secure, trade will flow, and our military power will be completely revitalized. It's time to cast off the shackles of history and forge a new world order. In this moment, victory has finally descended upon the city. The air is filled with intoxicating flattery. A tribute, the flushed and excited crowd offers up like courtesy to the newly crowned queen. The hall vibrates with a shared fantasy. The spoils of war, a glorious future for all. Dynamic tower defense RPG, exactly, Ember, exactly. And I believe there's even news about a new tower defense game coming out, right? Because there's not a lot of tower defense games. Like, I can only think of two. Pathtonowhere and Arknights. But I believe a third one is coming. A third one is coming. And because like there are no other games, I guess they're going to be the big three. In Arknights, you do constantly change positions, and different operator skill can let you deploy them for big damage, especially for boss fights. I'm really struggling with the hard repeat and content. Adding that many characters to manage would destroy me. No, you're right, okay. It's really difficult. The new endgame, especially data crevice, is so difficult. I'm struggling. And I haven't done it ever since it came out, so I'm still like at the baby levels. And it's really difficult. It's really fun, but also very difficult. The fear is gone, now from the shadows of high society, countless hands reach for her like putrid, grasping flesh drawn to a gleaming blade. They realize that its edge no longer presses its throat and celebrate as it's now poised to conquer the world for them. You know what, but I agree with you. I feel like if they do that, only do it like for a special fun map, right? Like nothing serious. Like maybe just once in a while, make like a gigantic map where the map is not difficult at all, right? You don't have to move a lot. Like make an easy epic map where so many sinners, you know, are protecting Chief. You know, maybe story-wise, you know, Chief got kidnapped again, and the sinners from the MBCC are going to rescue Chief, and you know, make it like immersive that you can put insane amount of sinners on the board. But not make it difficult, because like if you make it difficult, you know, I guess it would lose its appeal. I've suffered finger cramps during some fights, especially Dark Zone, but it's fun. It's really fun, yeah. It's really, really fun. I can't wait for my new phone. I can't wait to play Pathtonowhere on the new phone. I want to buy a new phone, but but it's out of stocks. All phones are out of stocks. The one I want. So I'm still using my old phone. A 10-year-old phone. There's one more small mushroom. Chief, no more kidnapping! True. But Chief loves it. You know? I wonder if this... I mean, it's so unique. What other main character is so curricular like our Chief? Who loves to get kidnapped? Chief just loves to get kidnapped. That is insane. Outland Dealings, how should I put this? Don't you think they're going a bit too far? I wish the two games would do a collab. I think... You know what's crazy? I didn't know it was possible. But like, two gacha games can have a collab. Arknights had a collab with Limbus Company. And Limbus Company is a very fun game too. Insanely fun game. And I can't believe they had a collab. An epic collab. But yeah, I haven't played Limbus Company in so long. But Limbus Company has amazing songs. Endgame songs. Without spoiling you, at the end of every like main story act in Nimbus, you have the main cast singing. And it's so sweet. We should be unified, not creating division, all I'm saying is. What model did she want to have? I want iPhone 17. Base model iPhone 17. But yeah, sadly, it's out of stocks. Like, in the Czech Republic, nowhere, out of stocks. Yeah. Like any other phone, and I could easily get it like tomorrow, right? But I don't want other phones. I was thinking about other phones though, because like other phones besides iPhone are so good too. Like I'm so, it's so shocking how cheap amazing phones are today. I mean, some amazing phones, like for example, I mean, phones that are not obviously called iPhone. iPhones are always expensive because of their brand. But like phones that are way better than my iPhone 7. You know, they cost what? You know, for $200, 200 euro. For 200 euro, you can already get an insanely good phone. Way better phone than the one I have right now. Way better. But yeah, but you know, I want an iPhone 17. I do want one. I want it for the photos. Because I want to create I want to try creating a YouTube Shorts content. Sorry, not YouTube Shorts, but like Shorts content on like, you know, on other apps to help me grow. And I feel like it would be fun and easy to do. Like, for example, there's this app that like a lot of young people use called TikTok. Like my little nieces and nephews use it. And now I kind of want to get into TikTok. And also because like my older colleagues from work, you know, whenever, you know, they talk about their kids, they're like, oh, Autumn, could you help me with this like application called TikTok? My kids are using it, I have no idea what to do with it. I'm just like that, I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. I don't use it either. So yeah, from 7 to 17, exactly. No wonder you said 10 years? Yeah. From 7 to 17. And it will be, if I get a new phone, it will be my fourth phone ever. I don't often like change phones or buy phones. All ears intently trained on the general waiting room full of scum, all cut from the same rotten cloth. If the transition to a different system from Apple iOS is kinda hard, trust me, you don't want to get into TikTok, unless for money. I'm more like to just create, like, you know, talk about gacha games, something. I mean, I'm gonna wait and see. In response, Augustus offers only to go so small and answers an ambiguous silence. You'll have to ask my dear chief about that. How many phones do you guys have? Or, sorry, did have throughout your life? I mean, I only had three different phones. A Nokia phone, then iPhone 5, and now I have an iPhone 7. And also the only reason why I have an iPhone 7 is because my aunt gave it to me as a present 10 years ago. Otherwise I would still be using an iPhone 5. I mean, I still have it at home, though I'm not sure if it's working. Maybe the battery died. Too many to count, but I have 3 right now. Wait, Cassidy. What do you mean like right now? Like at your disposal, you can just pull out 3 phones? Wait, maybe me too. Wait, let me show you. I might have my Nokia phone still here. 6! I got my first one in 2001. Oh my god, I do! Oh my, this is my first phone. Though it's really dark, so I don't think you can see it. Wait, let me grab some light. I just randomly... oh, wait, 1 second. I hope... Oh god. Okay, well, it's... Wait, it's so... Hold on a minute. Let me... I don't know if you can see it. This is my first phone. My first ever phone. A Nokia one. Super old. I'm still keeping it. Goddamn. Yeah, this is my relic. My relic. Holy shit. So freaking old. Yeah. Let me just turn down the lights. You'll have to ask my dear chief about that. The Euphoria investigation was an initiative. After all, better stay on her good side. All my phones are second hand, got 3 in total. Yeah, I have an iPhone for gacha games and photos, and Android for contacting messaging. Oh! And last one is an old one, but I use it in case the Android one gets low battery. Interesting! A phone for gacha, for games and photos, and a phone for contacting and messaging. Oh. Yeah, but man, the phones nowadays are so good, so crazy, compared to the old Nokia phone. I can't believe it. And you have so many good brands now. Or cool brands. You have like, they're like what? OnePlus 15 phone came out. You have Samsung phones. You have, oh, wait, oh god, what's the name of the phone? It's, 1 second, let me check one thing. Let him continue. Backup phone. Thank you very much. Xiaomi phones look so good. Xiaomi. I never had a Xiaomi phone, and I never saw anyone have it. But like looking at the specs, the Xiaomi phone is so good for the price. Insanely good. I'm just so used to the iPhone though. And but I just want the iPhone mainly for the photos. Not even for games, just photos and potentially like TikTok videos. And YouTube shorts. I can have backup phones, my mother takes them from me to watch Turkish novels and play games. Oh, interesting! What does your mother play, Amber? Like my father loves playing. God, what is the game called? Something with fruits. Something that all old people love to play. Oh, Candy Crush. My father loves Candy Crush. I've enjoyed myself long enough. I still have somewhere to be with my dear chief for the second round. I prefer Android because you can easily edit on the phone and transfer files to your PC just using the USB charger cable. Cassidy, that is true. Yeah, Android is great because it gives you way more leeway. Leaving so soon, but we still have so much to discuss about the garrison. Cause you know what, I might have to... I wonder, can't you edit on your phone too? I hope you can edit on the iPhone. Or maybe I should just get an Android. I don't know. Remember switching to secondary phone is always faster than charging, Cass? I love that meme. I said it's long enough. Also, Android is great for emulating old games on mobile. Xiaomi is amazing. I have Xiaomi Red Note 4 ran smooth like butter. iPhone is irritating with how limiting it is with sharing. Yeah, I'm so shocked. Like, before, like 1 month ago, I had no idea that a brand called Xiaomi existed. And like, looking into it, Xiaomi's look amazing. They look great. They're way cheaper than the iPhone. And they basically give you like, you know, the same stuff. Same quality. Same amazing stuff. I mean, I don't use phones for anything like hardcore. I just use it to like watch YouTube. And hopefully in the future also take photos and maybe record some like videos on the phone. And I want it to use for selfies too. But yeah, the phones nowadays are so crazy. Like people can even use them as cameras. Like, and create like high quality cinematic stuff. It's such a lovely evening. I want to show her my private collection. Sorry, but this time I want it to be just the two of us. Like the only reason why I want an iPhone is because I'm used to one. It's like what do you call it? I'm just so used to it, I guess, yeah. It's just comforting to use one. And the Apple logo is cute. Familiarity, that's the word. Familiarity. They show you with cheesy praises from Feast for the Eyes, a kindred spirits, lauding this discourse and BCC alliance and the union of its two heroes. And there were so many good reviews of the iPhone 17, of the base model. But yeah. But maybe in the future I'll change. Have a wonderful night. She plays games that help her with brain exercises. Oh, see. iPhone is like, you can only share stuff with iPhone owners and it sucks. I agree. Like, the entire ecosystem is based on, I mean, within their, like, products, right? They're trying to sell, like, more products. So, like, the user is, like, becomes a fully Apple user, you know? Apple identity, I don't know what to call it. Then to Rowdy Cheese, Augustus downs her wine and brings the empty glass into the throng. And the chaotic scramble for the souvenir, she links her arms with yours and makes her escape. I mean, there's an Oppo phone with a camera so good that it's better than DSLR. Does you have the backside is the camera? It's so huge. I see, yeah. I'm not very knowledgeable about phones. Like, I've been watching some videos lately because I want to get a new one. So I'm just so shocked by how advanced the phones nowadays are. So shocked. You are in yet another of the journalist's luxury cars, cruising through the heart of the bustling city, but this time your stomach churns with violent dread. Every nerve on the edge. In the driver's seat, Augustus is the picture of relaxation, as if it were all just the norm. Remind me, who was that person again? ... Seems to have connection that could help you. Stir the pot with the FAC. They're trying to provoke you into seizing FAC territory for a great sensation and using the opportunity to usurp power and expand your influence. Alright, see? Bringing you along was a brilliant move, very clever, make a note of them. For Chief, she's still a rookie in politics. Yeah. Man, speaking of like parents and so on, my mom, like, ever since last year, got so into math. She is learning, studying math. And, like, because I forgot a lot of stuff, because, like, I don't, you know, we don't need to use every part of math. I started to study math again. Or I'm relearning some stuff. Because my mom keeps sending me messages, like, asking me how to solve certain things. I'm like, holy shit, I don't remember so much anymore. Like, for example, geography. So, not geography. Geometry. You know, like angles and drawing certain stuff and calculating all kinds of stuff and formulas and stuff like that. That's so nice. It's really, yeah. So I'm like relearning. I'm like, oh god, we learned this back in high school, but I don't remember anymore. So I'm like, oh god, let me quickly go study again. Keeping track of such people feel like a stain on the mind, yet you commit their faces and names to memory regardless. With a journal as unpredictable as her, you can never know when she might finally be swayed by the honeyed words and decide that schemes have merit. I had no idea you enjoy these kinds of events. Is the second round going to have the same stench? Don't you find it all a bit disgusting? Not at all, I came from military arms dynasty, I've been used to it since I was a child. Whenever there's money and power, people will always claw their way in, so much naked ambition in one place. Of course it feels dirty to you. But as you climb higher, your world will only get more crowded, so much praise and flattery, so many schemes and desires, especially here in the city, you'll be put on a pedestal and constantly subjected to the worst of human nature. I was never good with ADHD to begin with. Oh, ADHD. Oh, arithmetics? Better get used to it now. Build up your immunity. I would hate to see the day our noble chief gives in to temptation and is wrecked with guilt over it. I could always choose to keep my distance. Do you expect to change the world while avoiding the battlefield? Besides, you can't escape anyway. Augusta stretches her arm into the slipstream, her hand riding the howling the city wind. Behind her extravagant sunglasses, her gaze is fixed on the road ahead, yet seems to look through it into some vast nothingness. The glittering city lights slide over the face, streaking past so that light and shadow perform ambiguous dance across her features. Same, I need me a calculator? Oh, maths. I see. You can't escape there. I mean, I'm still using an old calculator. But I mean, all the phones have a scientific calculator too, right? So, but yeah. You have had a long night. Let me take you home, Catherine. Back at the MBCC, Chief's office. Before you can fully piece together the clues from the previous day, an uninvited guest arrives at the MBCC office. What games have you guys been playing? Have you guys tried any new games? I kinda want to try Do It Night Abyss. The visitor is Ken Diesel, a media professional known for covering politics. You have no personal recollection of him, but his name comes with referral from a friend of Max King. After a moment's deliberation, you grant him entry. I always feel like during this month, so many games always come out. Like October, November, right? Yeah. October, November is like the month of gacha games. I feel like every time new games come out, they always like somehow, or sorry, a lot of them come out during this period. Or maybe it's just like recency bias that I'm experiencing. I tried that one game Cairo suggests, Where Winds Meet. Oh, right, Where Winds Meet. I want to try it too. If it's a Souls-like game, why not? I just started Morrimans, it's pretty fun, still in chapter 2. Amber, I heard amazing things about Morrimans. Amazing things. Been playing Where Winds Meet, it's been fun. Yeah, I love cultivation stories. So like cultivation games sounds very fun. The moment he sits down, he gets straight to the point. There's a lot of chatter in the city-state about Augustus taking over the FAC and restructuring the military. Chief, what's your take? Is it even feasible? Credible? Is he referring to the rancor troops formally relocating back within the city? Your instincts go on high alert, but you keep your expression perfectly neutral. That's well above my grade, no comment. Kane raises an eyebrow. Really? Your department works with both sides more than almost anyone. Any shakeup would land directly on your doorstep. You can't tell me you're not concerned? Or is it an uncomfortable topic, given your close relationship with General Augustus? You should glare at him. It's actually easier than Soul's game, but the movement is like Wuva's combined with Ghost of Tsushima. I never played Ghost of Tsushima, but I don't mind an easier Souls game, because I played a anime Souls game before, called Code Vein, and that was so difficult. And it's considered, or people say it's an easier Souls game, like way easier than Souls game. And I struggled already. So I love challenges, but I want to be able to like complete the fight eventually. Being stuck forever is no fun. Sorry, I mean no offense, it's just when people see you two at the banquet together last night, they'll talk. It's only natural. And that obvious favor she shows you, that's a significant opportunity, isn't it? What are you implying? Look, setting aside the historical baggage and just focusing on power, the city-state is desperate for military strength right now. Combat departments on the rise, they've been held back by the FAC bureaucracy, but this could be a chance to reshuffle the entire deck. Don't you dare go hollow! Honestly, Where Winds Meet is so sick, you should try it sometime often, it's just not very lively. Not very lively. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Not very lively. Could you, like, elaborate? I can't picture what could that mean by not very lively. The game. Oh, right, because it's a single player game, right? So you can, like... Or... I mean, every game that isn't an MMORPG is less lively. Right now, General Augustus is a league of her own. She's the talent the city-state needs, and the one most likely to claim the largest piece of post-war pie. Align with the right faction and you catch the prevailing wind. Her iron will, her decisiveness, her exceptional abilities in every regard, she reminds me of Marshal Draven in his prime. Setting aside the historical baggage, she's destined to be the brightest star of our future. Like, the game itself is a very generic story about warriors in China, so there's not a lot of comedy elements. Oh, okay, I see. Setting aside the historical baggage, he's said it twice now, the hypocrisy is glaring. It's clear baggage is the very reason he's here. He's backing the dictator's heir, betting she will seize power just as her predecessors did. But also, VVM actually has an open world like an MMO. VVM? Oh, Monster Hunter? I never played Monster Hunter. The realization turns to your stomach, but he prattles on, utterly oblivious to your disgust. The only question is her next move. Chief, given your rapport with her, have you heard any whispers about her plans? As he talks, he closes the distance between you. Memories of last night's banquet assault your senses and you feel the last of your patience shatter. You should trust that General Augustus will make the right decision on her own. If she chooses to favor you, my interference won't sway her. Likewise, her ambitions have no influence on me. There's simply no connection between us. Oh, Where Winds Meet. Alright, okay. I see. Got it, thank you. I thought it was like worldwide Monster Hunter. Okay, I see. Where Winds Meet. I apologize, but I have a considerable amount of work to attend to. Please see yourself out. You fire back with directness that leaves Kane speechless, but his stunned expression is short-lived, quickly replaced by a look of unmistakable relief. But Monster Hunter Wilds is also pretty good, very epic game. That's a big relief. You really are upright and trustworthy as he described. Question mark. I apologize, Chief, that was a test. The current political climate is dangerous. Had you shown even the slightest agreement with my earliest suggestions, I would have had to end the conversation here. But now I'm beyond glad to see we share the same objective. We must firmly oppose this regression. Augustus has to be stopped. Why did the music stop though? Oh, it's back. While explaining, he produces a second terminal and swiftly initiates an encrypted link. The screen flickers to life, revealing a face you find familiar. We met at the Peace Bowl before the war. You're the council's recording clerk who opposed Augustus even during wartime, Barry. This Disco's occupation of the FAC headquarters will be a blatant declaration of ambition. Whether they intend to subjugate the FAC or merge with its reconstitute the military, the outcome would be earth-shattering. Such a move absolutely requires proper procedural deliberation. But her current behavior, the circles she frequents, it's deeply concerning. If she continues to surround herself with these opportunistic sycophants, the general will inevitably follow her predecessor down the same path. Power is a trap. Chief can't catch a break, Chief is always busy. Are you disappointed in her current actions? Being in a coma is a vacation? True. Chapter 13, it was actually just a vacation. Disappointment would be easier to bear. I must admit, the city-state needs her strength now. I also still hope that what she said back then was sincere. So what if I try to seize power later? Then stand up to me like you are now. Show some backbone against intimidation. Unite and drive me back. It's that simple. That backbone is exactly why I chose you. Have you already forgotten the courage you just showed? A shared reflective silence falls between you, solidifying into an unspoken alliance. It's you who finally breaks it after a long moment. I feel the same way. You recount your observations from the banquet and voice your concerns. Augustus is by nature forthright and passionate. You refuse to believe she would stoop to such underhanded schemes of power. If she had wanted that, she could have seized it long ago. Yet you cannot be sure how many sycophants are now cling to her. Drawn by her influence, these opportunities with their honeyed words could slowly corrupt her judgment, blind her to reality, and ultimately exploit her until they drag her down into the abyss. I'll continue any media campaign, speaking frankly and exposing those parasites clinging to her. But as she herself pointed out, that alone isn't enough. I must also find a way to stop her. So please, you must speak to General Augustus herself. You have considerable influence over her. She admires your integrity. Go to her with those qualities. Warn her. Prevent her from falling into the same traps. I'll do my best. Thank you. I hope she will lead the discourse down the right path. This time, that is the only way to heal the wounds that divide us. The communication ends, you sink back into your chair, absorbed in your thoughts. Throughout it all, your visitor Kane has been watching you with unwavering focus. He's the one who finally breaks the silence. I finally understand your position. Fully understand your position now, Chief. I have several old friends in the council. When the time comes, an alliance with them will make our work much smoother. I didn't expect you to be so resolute. Without you, I fear the general would have fallen under the influence much sooner. Me? Oh, think nothing of it. I'm counting on you to persuade the general. If you need any assistance from me, just say the word. Okay, he leaves. A bar. East Side Suburbs, nameless bar, NF 115. Your destination is not a luxurious mansion or a high society venue, but a secluded old house at the end of a quiet suburban East Side street. The area is nearly deserted, the few pedestrians are ghosts in the night, and the lone parked sedan is deliberately inconspicuous. As you ascend the steps, the door swings inward. Before you can even knock, a woman of modest yet unmistakable elegance greets you. She seems to have been expecting your arrival, and she immediately begins to apologize. Oh no, I'm sorry we're closed for the evening, if you could please. Since she found her way here on her own, she deserves a reward, let her in. Catherine? A small sanctuary untouched by this city's relentless progress. The booths, which should be filled with patrons, stand completely empty. The only occupant is a familiar figure seated at the bar. Catherine Augustus Andohar. She wears a long-length red dress, her long hair flowing over her shoulders. Catherine gently swirls her glass, her expression hidden in the play of shadow and dim candlelight. You approach and take the seat beside her. I asked Iron Mask where I could catch the second round. He gave me this address, told me to come alone, keep low profile. I think I managed. Not a bad spot at all. Right, it's peaceful. With our reputations, finding a little privacy is a battle in itself. You could have just gone... You could have just come to the bureau. Last I checked, you said the interrogation room was very private. Please, your place has ears behind every wall. It's an iron cage. Who'd want to stay for fun? If I ever did a setup shop there, I would have to get the place first, give it some extra taste. With that metal horse you sent me. Alright, enough circling. You never seek me out without trouble on your heels. Go on, I'm listening. As if on cue, the owner serves you the house special. You take a small deliberate sip, using the moment to collect your thoughts. Do you remember Zerny or Wilton? Who? A smile touches your lips, whether it's the drink or the vibe, a wave of relaxation washes over you, and you wave a dismissive hand. Never mind, they're nobody. What about Barry? Ring a bell? Oh, the dairy recording clerk? In your current wave of public admiration, his book The Dark Side of the City, Rule of Shadow, was nearly out of print before the war. Now it's shot to the top of bestseller list. Surprise flashes across the Jones' face. So, congratulations to him? Congratulations, this wasn't your doing, it's exactly your style. And then I'm still buying up copies and flooding the district. You nearly scared the poor clerk to death. He thought it was his threat. Oh, come on, he's got a spine. Shouldn't a critic with that much talent find a real audience? I'm sick of all of this praise. I needed something with more bite. Let all the bootlickers get a taste of it too. Want me to send you a copy? Aren't you quite interested in that sort of history? Already bought it, let's talk about something else. Discuss official FAC business with her. Actually enjoy talking about anything with her. Hello, Autumn! Hello, Johanna! Hello, Johanna! The conversation flows effortlessly, wandering from the Nirvana port to your Minos. From White Sands to Syndicate, time slips away unnoticed, the well of topics seemingly bottomless. Quite the talker, just like Victor. Victor? The name rings a bell from Barry's best-selling expose. In her hand, the ornate glass sways gently, its ice cubes clinking a soft accompaniment to the faint smile on her lips. You know Adrian, don't you? The FAC Commander-in-Chief? Technically a former boss. Let me tell you a secret. He's had that old man demeanor since he was 20. Since he was 20? ... Should I be hearing this? She laughs, eager to tell you more. Meticulous and rigid in everything, except when he argued Draven. That's when his voice would hit a new peak, and when those two went at it, only Victor could ever pull them apart. Victor, the legendary messenger who picked up skills from all over. He could speak anyone's language, talk to saints like a saint, devils like a devil, even the most troublesome soldier were put in his hands. With that measurable talent for heart-soothing, if he had a shred of malice, the Independence Army would have crumbled from the inside. Draven should count himself lucky to have had those two. With that stubborn, radical streak of his, he would have been a real danger without someone to rein him in. The general's fingers trap a light, rhythmic pattern against her glass. Certain softness in the gaze suggests the drinks are beginning to take effect. And what about you? Me? I was in charge of stirring up trouble, gave them something new to argue about, kept things from getting dull. A soft laugh escapes the owner. As she collects your nearly empty glass, she gently asks her, almost distinguished regular, what would you like this time? I'm eating bakso right now? Wait, what's a bakso? That's up to her. Sounds delicious though. Catherine brushes the triviality aside. Instead, she turns to you, tilting her head. Her gaze meets yours and poses her question. Meatball? Enjoy, Johanna. Enjoy your meatballs. Juicy, big meatballs. Enjoying the stories? I love meatballs too. Well, now it's your turn. Tell me about yourself and the people you keep around on all years. But I'm trying to be a bit healthier, so I'm like eating greens now. Less meat, more greens. The answer rises to your lips, instinctively and almost reflexive openness, but you bite it back just in time. Is it raining here? I'm so cold! Get in bed. Tuck yourself in. That's like the best thing to do. There's something else, something more important you need to say. I love tucking myself in. The day in the interrogation room, you asked why I would take a mission to investigate you if I wasn't interested in politics. I didn't have an answer for you then, but I think I do now. You have a magnetism, a power to make people feel seen, to inspire loyalty, and that's precisely why I can't ignore the shadows that might lurk beneath. That sweet scent of power we mentioned, to me it stings, and it's dangerous. You're too sharp, not to see through their depravity, so why entertain them? Are you buying their flattery, or do you have your own game? Get the cat! The more I respect you, the more it unsettles me, and yet I remember fighting at your side. A part of me wants to silence these doubts, to prove the general I admire is real. Since morning till now, almost 12? Wow. I love when it rains when I go to sleep. It's so soothing to listen to. Like, falling asleep to rain is the best thing ever. But like, if it rains during the day, when I'm outside, then it's a horrible, horrible feeling. Especially if it's cloudy weather, cloudy rain. I mean, if it's not cloudy, if it's a sunny rain, which is rare, at least in my experience, it's actually really cool. Even now, tonight, I still hope the Augustus I've come to know isn't fake. I want to trust you. Can I? Can I? Instead of becoming your enemy someday. She listens quietly, her eyes holding yours. Her eyes holding yours? She's intently staring at you. Seeing your unwavering gaze, a fond warmth lights her expression. Then she reaches over and playfully ruffles your hair. Alright, I got my earring Uma by Autumn Chat. Good night, Cassidy. Thank you for stopping by, Cassidy. Enjoy your Uma. Your Uma Musume. And your sleep, if you're going to sleep. Since you put it that way, fine, I'll nudge you. Indulge you. And so that is how the city's most illustrious general, Augustus, spends a peaceful night in an obscure nameless bar, doing nothing at all. What chart did you train? Bye. 3 days later, you see her again, this time on television. General Augustus, a moment please. The rumors say the Shattered Blade is officially relocating to this city. Congratulations, could you share more? Oh, and who told you that? Well, it's common knowledge by now. It's a well-deserved honor for our war heroes, and something the public has been hoping for. Honor, if that's what we are calling it now, the city standards have certainly fallen. You can keep your rewards, might choose that I will find our own fun. Huh? Your mindset seems to have changed, General. Has someone been influencing you? Could it be the chief of the MBCC? Think what you want. I do have few friends, and with them around, it's hard for me to stray from the right path, even if I wanted to. Cute, cute. She's thinking about Chief all day, all night, every hour. I bet Augustus has a Chief, what do you call it? Pillow. Laugh pillow. Shalom has one for sure. As the interview concludes to the sound of audience applause, you switch off the screen, you turn off the screen just as a call from an old friend comes through. Ninth Agency. A positive outcome it seems. If this encourages General Augustus to settle into her role, it could bring stability back to the situation. After all, should another major conflict arise, she remains our most indispensable military asset. Something about it feels off. She was just performing, playing with the public. All the serious investigation on our end, and she treats it like a game. Yeah, body pillow, thank you, body pillow. Thank you, Annie, exactly. Chief pillows must be best at the bureau, exactly. Exactly, Amber. Imagine selling chief pillows at the MBCC. The person would become so rich, so freaking rich. That sounded almost like a complaint between friends. Does she enjoy teasing you in particular, Chief? But you can rest assured, Chief, while General Augustus may be headstrong, she's never disingenuous. Her respect for you is entirely authentic. She would never try to deceive you, at least according to my superior. Thank you for helping to guide her back, Chief. I had nothing to do with it. This was definitely all an act on her part. Next time we meet, I'll be having a serious conversation with her. But before that, we have other guests to attend to. Outside the window, a car swerves through the rain, accelerating violently to cut you off. Then vehicles from behind and height slam into the position, stealing you in a moving trap. Through the downpour and the glare of headlights, the dark muzzles of several guns stare back at you. That's shooting at Chief? Your eyes dart, taking in the situation. You trap on a high-speed elevated highway. 3 hostile vehicles have you pinned from the front and the rear. The only possible exit is the guardrail, and beyond it, a sheer drop of dozens of meters. Chibi Chief, plushy bestseller, trust. Actually, it would be top 2. That, I mean, any Chief merchandise would be a bestseller. Ram them out of the way. I would love a Chibi plushie. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, in the anniversary, some people won, it's not called a plushie, but a thing that, like, you can put on your hand. So, like, you can, you know, act for kids. Like, I guess it's called a puppet? But, like, not your old typical puppet with strings, but, like, hand puppet. I think it's called hand puppet. It looks amazing. Yeah, hand puppet, Chief, yeah, thank you. Hand puppet. Doors fly open for a final stand. Or a frantic escape, it's irrelevant. Shadows detach from darkness, quickly pinning them down. So the Shattered Blade soldiers move. Oh, it's our guy! Neutralizing the attackers before they can even react. One assassin receives special attention. Iron Mask seizes him by the throat and slams him into the ground. We're straight into a highway gun chase. Easy. It was just a hard gun. I don't know the target, or they were connected to this corpse. Please spare me. I'll tell you everything. They couldn't even send professionals? How insulting. Nightingale's expression, however, isn't etched with deep concern, not for the present danger, but for what this attack implies about their future safety. Will attempts like this become regular occurrence? Let them come, none of them is real threat. I don't need a shattered blade to protect me either. Your efforts are wasted on me. Frankly, for all I know, you might be the ones drawing this trouble to my door. You shoot a glance at Iron Mask, ready with your usual taunt, but the barb dies on your lips as he remained silent this time. His body is rigid, a cold spring, and the surrounding soldiers have fallen into an unnerving silence. The combat stands, something is wrong. You track his gaze, luxury accelerates from the far end of the road, screeching to a halt nearby. Augustus emerges and strides directly towards you, eyes sweep over you, confirming you're unharmed, then shift to her adjutant. Iron Mask is already at attention, his report is prepared. She wasn't the only target. Of the 11 councillors who voted against the second mobilization, 3 are now detained on fabricated charges. Also Barry, the recording clerk who was attacked at home, he just came out of critical condition. Barry? Iron Mask passes a comm device to Augustus, a feminine voice crackles over the line. Is the Shattered Blade's doctor? Reporting Barry's status, they arrived later than planned, but not too late to save him. The assassin was reckless. They were clearly going for the kill. Do we know who's behind this? Those who wanted you to replace the FAC, they're panicking since you backed out. They're likely trying to find out who influenced you. Wilton, Zerny, and all guests from the banquet 2 weeks ago are under clean surveillance. Also, regarding the attempt on the MBCC chief. Of the recent suspicious visitors to the bureau, the magazine editor Kane is the prime suspect. Kane, the same man who presented himself as part of Augustus' opposition, with his caution probing, his righteous counsel, and his talk of placing his hopes in you? Oh, think nothing of it. I'm counting on you to persuade the journal. If you need assistance from me, just say the word. What's this about? He came to MBCC with Barry and urged me to speak out against you. He was testing your allegiance. Kane is an actor. His public criticism of Augustus is a cover to infiltrate opposition circles, including Barry's. His media outlet is secretly funded by Wilton's group. You're unfamiliar with how these vipers in silk suits hunt. We are not. These iron lumps has finally remembered to talk back, but you're in no mood to engage. So they're systematically identifying opponents, eliminating them. Using these underhanded methods, and these people are loyal to you, they want you in power, why? Wait, if that's the case, did you infiltrate their circles to uncover their real agenda? You look to Augustus for an answer, but she gives no sign of having heard. The headlights behind her backlight her uniform silhouette, throwing an immense long shadow across the ground. Excellent. All these people, not a single one can be missed. What do you want to do? Did I worry you? My apologies. Her face remains unreadable, shrouded in darkness. MBCC personnel guide your chief well. The shooter was an amateur, but who knows what else is waiting in the dark. Well then, I have measures to attend to and won't be seeing you for a while. Take care of yourself, chief. When I return, you better be in one piece, understood? What do you mean by that? She offers no answer. A contingent of soldiers insists on escorting you back to the bureau, while the rest depart with her. For a long time afterward, you receive no news from the Shattered Blade. No news from the Shattered Blade. The first day passes, then the second, the third, and the fourth. On the fifth day, you finally find your answer, splash across the news. Early morning, September 12, NF-115, Wilton Sear was abducted from his estate. No volumes were taken, but all transaction records from his associated accounts were illegally accessed. Cerny Parker vanished. Partisans issued a notice confirming his office had been ransacked. Every document seized. Kane Deeze's magazine office was violently broken into. Kane himself disappeared, while detailed records of his political funding sources were systematically leaked online. Early morning, disturbances were reported around the Andohar family estate. Witnesses observed numerous armed forces entering and leaving the property. All evidence from these incidents points directly to the Shattered Blade that has remained in the city. Catherine Augustus Andohar stormed the city council with her forces, seized control of the entire building. In this moment, that the people of the city feel the chilling truth, the shadows of the past have returned, shrouded the city once more. In the same day too, Augustus is ruthless. Interesting. Phase 3. Okay, let me check. Ah, she's not voiced. Even Ying Ying is voiced. It's bad. Phase 3. You sense the spectacle is not what Augustus truly wants. After reaching out to various contacts, you send Augustus a message requesting a private meeting. September 12, NF 115. The city council. At the chairman's podium, Augustus flips through the agenda, gazing at one page, discarding the next. The pages litter the ground around her feet like fallen leaves. Armed soldiers of the Shattered Blade stand in formation behind her, their weapons raised and trained on the captive's counselors. The sight is eerily familiar. Max King, Augustus, that's enough. She lifts her head, her gaze slow, deliberate, finding the speaker of the city council. His face is a mass of fury, his own body a shield for the trembling officials he protects. Save the heroic speaker, they don't deserve it, they're neither your comrades nor noble counselors, they can't even be called law-abiding citizens. These are scavengers, parasites. The shadows lurking beneath your beloved city are vast. Step aside and let me clean the gutter. You keep your hands clean. I won't allow it. The war is over. Your emergency powers are revoked. You don't get to bypass the law and execute your own brand of justice. You should be this city's protector. Drop your blade and return to the order you should be upholding. And I believe you cutting out the tumor is the fastest way to restore that order and protect your city-state. My methods are just more effective. Your effective methods are slippery slope. Today it's them, tomorrow it's anyone you please. Your violence has no oversight, no guarantee of justice. This system, these rules were built over the years for this exact reason. They simply can't be replaced by violence or individual action. No one's strength, no one's wisdom is enough for that burden. Stop this, General Augustus. We fought side by side in the war. I know the soldier you are. Honorable, noble. Don't prove the rumors right, don't stray down this wrong path. Tell her, MK! Tell her, Max! Without a word, Augustus strikes open the iron box at her feet. The lid flies open, and she opens it, scattering a pile of evidence before Max King. It's a collection of intelligence, a dossier of slander, but it is the final photograph. Adrian, pale and still in hospital bed, that makes his eyes widen in raw shock. His butler! Are you threatening me? Not me, this is a gift from your many well-wishers, hoping to help me bring you down. Every single piece of this evidence could work perfectly within your precious legal order to democratically destroy you. Ironic, isn't it? The order you defend doesn't want a righteous man speaker. It prefers someone ruthless and insolent like me. She borrows a light from one of her subordinates and drops it to the ground. Right before Max King's eyes, she watches the slender curl and blacken into ash. My patience has limits. I've waited. I've played the long game, gathered evidence, filed the reports, and delivered it all on a silver platter to the courts. And proof? It vanished, buried carefully. The witnesses I exposed, I had to send my own people to protect them from being silenced by your order. Props to Max King standing in opposition to S-Class Sender? True. Huge props to MK. You want to know the real tragedy? Even after I held my nose and swallowed in the muck, even with the ruthless methods I'm employing now, I still couldn't see the whole picture. I barely scratched the surface. What a vast web, how deep it goes. You've seen the real battlefield of guns and fire. Now open your eyes to the one in the shadows, where they kill without spilling a single drop of blood. While you cling to your principles, what have our enemies become? Do you really think sacred, inviolable faith is a weapon that can win this war? His eyes track the photograph as it curls and blackens in the fire, his stare unbreaking. A long silence hangs in the air, then his jaws tightens and he lifts his head. I know the corruption is terrifying. I swim in it every day. I know it better than anyone, and so do you, General. You want to solve this this corpse way, with brutal, efficient violence to enforce your own will, but you're smart enough to see it. The shadows hold more than one kind of monster. Look in the mirror, Marshal Draven's shadow is already falling over you. Doesn't that scare you, General? You really are, as Chief said, upright, brave, a true comrade. Honestly, I worry a bullet with your name on it is waiting in the wings. The discourse might have to keep you on a leash for your own good. Take him away. Roger that. You, let go of me. With the speaker dragged away, the remaining councils are a portrait of pure fear. Trembling, cowering, faces drained of color. Augustus' focus shifts an abandoned camera left aside. It shudders and lifts from the ground, floating on a wave of magnetic energy to stop directly in front of her. Well then, it took me years to reclaim my blades. The war with the Outland can wait. A different battle needs fighting first, and I have all the time in the world. Hyenas, maggots, beasts of the Selch society, you have trampled lives, stolen the city's noblest cause, and manipulated the loyalty of better men and women. You've embedded yourself like parasites, sucking the city dry for far too long. But now, the troop of ghosts have returned from hell. The time of reckoning is here, and I will see to it until the end. Her declaration sets the city ablaze as the reality of the imminent storm dawns on its citizen. A select few begin to prepare. Elvira! This is what power does to people. She just realized she could use violence, that she could dispense her own justice, and that she could bypass any opposition. So she did. That's the inevitable logic of power. She found the formula to convert violence into authority, and in that she found what feels like total freedom. It's Draven's playbook all over again. History doesn't repeat itself, it follows a script. Retribution's coming. Chief, you need to step back. Your integrity used to be an asset in her eyes, but now it might just be a thorn in her path. Use the goodwill she still has for you. Stay close, stay quiet. Telling her what you really think now is just volunteering to be her next example. As long as she's willing to listen to, there's a chance. If you've challenged her directly, I feel you'll be crushed by her, just like the others. She's taking power. Draven's heir. What were those days even like? Surely Paradisus won't just stand by and let this happen. Jesus, they probably will. Paradisus only intervenes when mania flares up. As long as the streets are quiet, they don't care who's in charge. Rumor is they have already shaken hands with their general. The speaker is an outdated concept after all. So what do we do? How long will this last? What happens to us now? She must act. She must act. This escalated fast, too fast, right? She's taking over the city. Only rare few have not forgotten their anger. Very Orwell. Justice, don't you dare call this justice. This is the raw exercise of power. Masquerading as law. If she can just shred the legal code to punish her enemies today, she will turn it into any of you tomorrow. This is not just justice, this is the birth of tyranny. She'll make the Shattered Blade all dirty again. You can hear me, right, Catherine Augustus Andohar? I'll not be your prop. I will not be the victim you used to justify breaking our world to your will. I reject your so-called justice. Do you hear me? You hypocrite. You stood where I stand and told me to have faith. You spoke a better system of change, so tell me, how are you any different from Draven? H03. Are we certain interventions are necessary? Multiple departments are concerned this could trigger unforeseen social instability. Necessary? This appears to be another routine power transfer in the lower levels. There's no risk of triggering a mania crisis. The structural weakness from Draven's era won't resurface. Moreover, from a purely practical perspective, this city currently relies on her forces for security, doesn't it? We have two members here familiar with her. And observations. 01. You must have anticipated the situation. Well, rational analysis tends to prove unreliable when applied to her. The margin for error is substantial. That said, I concur with 05 assessments. The probability of significant crisis remains low. H1. Based on intuitive observation, both the duration and impact of this disturbance should remain contained. Wouldn't you agree? Given your understanding of her, my assessment is irrelevant. Run your own calculations. But you can't keep up with her. The Shattered Blade sweeps through the city like storms of steel. There are simply too many to arrest, too many to process through the interrogation. The only way to dominate this new battlefield is with sheer, overwhelming speed. At her former residence, before the tightly shut doors, only Iron Mask stands guard, as if he had been waiting for you and you alone. She's not here. When will she come back? I've been here quite a few times. Knowing her, she wouldn't stay away from you all for long. Man, that is shocking. I did not expect Catherine to do all of this, you know? This is what she meant, you know, when we meet again, to stay in one piece. The general is occupied. Is she avoiding me? The situation is getting very dangerous. She needs to know if you don't think I'm the right one to tell her. At first I thought she was just joking. But she's really taking over. Getting rid of corruption. Using violence. You're the Rankers. You're Augustus' most trusted allies. It's your duty to steer her right. You're mistaken. Rankers are not her most trusted allies. We are her swords, shattered blades collected from across the world. To control a frenzied weapon, a commander cannot show weakness. More than trust or dependence, we need her strength, unrivaled. And you're not afraid she will end up isolated? Aramis remains silent, but his gaze lingers on you. We obey our commander, support her, and trust her. Absolutely. As for what you mentioned, if you care that much, then you should be the one to do it. Chief is the one going to bring Augustus back to her senses. She's like Bianca, but not in media, but in the military. Amber? You might be right. Holy shit. God, Bianca's story event was so good. I hope they rerun it for all the new players. Once more you return empty-handed, but waiting for you back at the MBCC is a figure you never expected to see. Adrian Sterling, Commander-in-Chief of the FAC, Framework Against Catastrophe. The FAC doesn't involve itself in political struggles, but she's doing won't last much longer. This will be over soon. But if you still insist on seeing her, then I'll give you these, just some old things that should have been discarded long ago. You accept the stack of aged letters. The pages are filled with script you quickly recognize as an antique cipher, a language within language. Yet even through the unreadable code, the emotion is palpable. In the angry press of ink that has scared the paper, in the stark familiar signatures that mark each page. Draven. Adrian. You read through the letters, the silence in the room broken only by the rustle of old paper. When you finish, you lay the stack heavily on your lap before raising your eyes to meet the other's gaze. I'll go to her. No matter where she's gone or what she believes now, I'll find a way to reach her. I promise. Chief is going to bring Catherine Augustus Andohar back from committing a brutal massacre. I wonder what was written in the letter though. You know, and the letter was addressed to both Adrian, the previous commander of this corps, and to Adrian, the current leader of the FAC, the current commander-in-chief. She's been here many times. Are we not going to see her? She is here! She is avoiding Chief's eyes? Is she feeling guilty? Because like she's doing like evil stuff and she doesn't want Chief to hate her? So she doesn't want to be seen by Chief because she can't face her? ... No. We'll talk after this is over? I see. Iron Mask lowers his head. But she doesn't see it that way. A message from the MBCC is presented to her. Augustus accepts it, her eyes swiftly parsing the text within. I found a quiet place for the next round. I'll be waiting. Triple exclamation marks. Ooh, Augustus is shocked. She is speechless. No, it'd be too late, Augustus, right? Eastside Suburbs nameless bar. You step back into the bar, the amber glow, the soft melody, everything seems unchanged. It holds in a new silence. The stool where Augustus sat last time is empty. This time the owner welcomes you with a gentle smile, offering a glass of Augustus' favorite cocktail. Cocktail? The general hasn't been by in some time. Her last visit was with you. Actually, I hadn't seen her that unburdened in ages. She's always been cautious about her affairs. She finds me directly, never leaves a thread for me to pull. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. This drink is comfort enough. Sigh, it's strange. She used to pester my office daily. Now the silence is louder than I expected. Yeah, she used to be like fawning over Chief, showering her with love, trying to seduce her, trying to win her heart over. But now? Now she's not visiting at all. I suppose the great General Augustus is ascending. Soon she won't have time for all distractions. Hey, what is it? It's only if she was saying something similar not long ago that once the war ended, the chief of Minos became a ghost. A fair weather friend, tossing allies aside once the fighting's done. Holy shit! Did actually wait, Catherine actually felt betrayed? She's talking like, you know, she's here in the bar drinking her sorrows away. She's actually drinking her sorrows away. I think deep down she doesn't want to dirty her hands or her blades. I think so too. I think so too. After the war, right? Because the war was the reason why they had to like interact with each other all day, all night, for one whole month straight. But now that the war is over and she has to go back to the MBCC to take care of her daughters, of her fellow sinners, right? She doesn't have the time for Catherine anymore. So Catherine feels so devastated by it. But she also wants to destroy enemies of justice. ... My loyalty was never in question. The circumstances are complicated. Change the subject. It do be like that from perspective, right? It do be like that. Smiling, she offers you under the glass. Come on, Catherine! Chief is a slave of her job? Exactly. Catherine needs to save Chief from her job. How? I have no idea. It may not be my place to say, but I believe she keeps her distance precisely because she values the connection so much. She values Chief so much, she doesn't want to like destroy the connection they have, right? Because she's worried that if they had a conversation and it could go downhill, the conversation, right? Like they could argue and like it could ruin the relationship. And Catherine would be heartbroken because like Catherine really loves Chief. She's afraid of losing you! Exactly, this is what I mean! Catherine is afraid of losing you. That's why she's hiding. Because she actually can't face you. She can't face you because she knows what she's doing. That the Chief is against it. And she's afraid. She's afraid what if Chief rejects her. The small terminal happens to be tuned to today's breaking news. Hyenas, maggots, beasts of the Selash society, you have trampled lives, stolen the city's noble cause, and manipulated the loyalty of better men and women. You've embedded yourself like parasites, sucking the city dry for far too long. But now the troop of ghosts have returned from hell. This time, the time for reckoning is here, and I will see to it until the end. So entangled with all that power, it's a side of her I never had to see. But she's also the same hero she's always been. She stares into the terminal, the candle's flame flickering a silent dance in her eyes. They are hailed as heroes, but only when the city needs them. They're polished up and put on the front line, a shield against the bullets in the name of glory. And when the war is over, the same voices that praised them now cry for reflection and spit on every monument they built. This time, at least, she's powerful. Too powerful to be cast aside, she can now remind them where a hero truly belongs. Did Augustus tell you that? Well, I imagine the general would say, "Who? Why should I care?" You speak in perfect unison, and your smiles lock. As you take another sip of your drink, a pleasant tipsiness starts to wash over you. I think I understand why she likes this place. Out there, it's all turmoil and chaos, but in here, it's a safe harbor, safe zone. If possible, I'd like to become a regular here too. The honor would be mine, and with you here, I'm certain the general would find her way back more often. A laugh escapes you. Yeah, I have plenty of ideas for how to make her visits voluntary. BAM! She just came in, opened the door. She just BAM! Slammed the door open, just for Chief. Augustus stands there, her face livid as she glares at you both. But I don't know why, I feel like Chief got caught cheating. Why? I have feeling like she's angry. Like she feels betrayed. That Chief is with another girl and not with her. Bam. Slammed the open door. Caught Chief in a bed with a different girl. Drinking with a different girl. Super Apple Bianca, hero on a steed of steel Augustus. The bar owner passed the vibe check, I like her too. Yeah, the bar owner is super cool. Kick the door down. Hi. 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 A furious roar answers you, followed by the deadly hiss of steel, leaving its scabbard. Stay away from her? Wait, what? Wait! Wait! Is she trying to fight the bar owner for Chief's hand? Or is she attacking Chief for Chief to stay away from the bar owner? No, she is attacking the bar owner. Underground? The bar owner was from the underground? She flings her sword, guiding it towards you with her magnetic power. On the counter, a dozen bottles of aged liquor shatter. Their contents coalesce into several underground puppets that lunge your way. The bar owner is from the underground? Or did the underground infiltrate this place? Is the drink spiked? Yeah, the drink might be spiked. What the hell? My incandescent war is crazy. 246 million damage, that's insane. That is insane, Eddie. Augustus scans the room for more weapons, but finds only a small music terminal. Nothing of the iron or steel that she can command. The bar owner wanted to spike Chief's drink? And then grab her? Into her, like, underground home? To Chief's sister? Chief? Your shakers barely deflect the first attack. It's not nearly enough. Augustus still stands at a distance from you, but for her, that's well within range. She's angry. She is so angry. I take it back. Bar owner did not pass the fight check. Speak. Oh yeah, that is crazy. That is so crazy, Potato Couch. And it all happened within a span of 1 minute. You know, we were like, oh my god, the bar owner is so cool. She passed the vibe check, you know, that's my girl. Queen! 1 minute later, this was supposed to happen. Take out your secret weapons. Man, she is blazing, lightning, electrifying. Things are scared like hell in this interrogation, they do. You yank the bag from your side and shake it violently, scattering all the secret weapons across the floor, bullets, knives, forks, all made of metal. Augustus freezes for a split second, then understands her power engages. The puppets surge, 2 forks hook into your collar, yanking you backward from the assault. You stumble, falling directly into Augustus' waiting arms. You look up, few other knives hover in the air between you and the puppets, holding them at bay. Hold them back, buy some time. Got it. Well, I guess we're not going to become regular of this place. Your shakers buy your 3 seconds, just enough you feel Augustus' grip tighten, her body tense. Then a powerful energy explosion erupts. Take them down. Crash, a luxury car plows through the wall, instantly crushing the 3 puppets. Right behind it, a squad of shattered blade soldiers storm the ruined bar. Roger that. The chaos swiftly are subdued, the puppets are neutralized, their threat extinguished in a flurry of efficient violence. The owner is hauled from the wreckage of her collapsed and contaminated liquor cabinet, her gaze finding you with a desperate plea. Catherine. What the F is going on? ... Take her way. Around you, the soldiers conduct a methodical inventory of the aftermath, the faint taint of the underground sorcery, the lingering residue of the silage, and the shreds of covert communications. Throughout it all, Augustus remains a constant, tense presence at your side, never straying more than a step away. When did you know? When Clickberry was attacked, your reaction wasn't just about my safety. You were furious that innocent people were regretting hers and shaken by someone's betrayal. Wait, when did they know about the bar owner? Because we were all shocked. That's when I realized your anonymous bulk buying of his book wasn't a joke, it was a shield. You didn't want to publicly endorse him, and this bar was the only loose thread. I'm the one who pulled it. I stumbled onto the truth and had no idea how dangerous that was. And being here just confirms it. Everything in this place is non-magnetic. She would rather polish silver than have a single piece of steel. Candles over electric lights. She was never on your side. You feed her the facts like a steady drip, your voice a firm anchor as Augustus puts the fragments of her composure back together. After Barry was attacked, you figured out it too, didn't you? That's why you never came back. Were you planning to handle her yourself? Did I get in your way? She always finds a way to become the bait. She definitely learned August. She definitely did. Got that big brain move from Chief, yeah. Huge move. If you knew she was suspicious, why come here alone? I took a gamble. I bet that you would come for me. Oh, Chief knows how Augustus feels about her. I mean, she did get showered with like prizes, gifts, presents every day ever since the war ended. You gambled with your life. Have you lost your mind? Augustus, welcome to the MBCC. This is not the first time that the Chief has gambled with her life, and this won't be the last time. In fact, it's going to be a everyday time. I feel like every day Chief gets kidnapped and someone from the MBCC, a sinner, is sent to retrieve her. You know, I feel like that's a daily occurrence. Nightingale gets news Chief got abducted. Nightingale looks for the nearest sinner available, commands the sinner, go save Chief. Rinse and repeat, every day, every week. Yes, I specifically gambled that you would protect her. Chief is really the biggest gacha player. Chief really is. Chief is a huge gacha player. Gambling with her own life. Even with your power grab on the way, you don't want me dead. You don't want me ending up like Victor. That's good, because I don't want to end up like Adrian either. Slowly pushed out of your life. Interesting. I mean, they used to be colleagues. And not just colleagues, right? No, yeah. They used to be colleagues and... Yeah. Adrian. Now, neither of us wants to see you on the battlefield alone. Not like Draven. That old man. What did Adrian tell you? Adrian gets so sweet talking now, right? True. And she's falling for it. Kevin tried so hard to sweet talk Chief, and she failed. Now Chief is sweet talking her, and her heart is crumbling. Chief's schedule getting kidnapped all week long planned, by the way, exactly. You bite back the words that the Commander-in-Chief called her an arrogant... Wait. You bite back the words that the Commander-in-Chief called her an arrogant, annoying brat. Some truths are better left unsaid? Interesting. So that's how Adrian feels. But to be fair, that's how he sees her too, right? Because Adrian, when Adrian was there during, you know, during the OG days of the Revolution Army, right? Of the Independence Army. So he knew her when she was still a brat. The rest just writes itself. The Commander-in-Chief brought letters spanning 2 decades, 20 years. They told a story of 2 men mourning fallen comrades, raging against betrayers, then the gradual emergence of difference leading to the Marsh's complete isolation. Adrian's final confidential letter never even made it to his desk. Barry's documentary is incisive, but it's no substitute for the living accounts, for walking the same paths. Only then can you glimpse the true past and peer through the rift into the city's deeper truth. I used to think the strong crave power, but watching you I realized it's not that simple. Power also craves the strong. Sinners want her, daughters love her, the MBCC chief. Exactly. Exactly. Sinners want her, daughters love her. Even those in the shadows need a figurehead to clear their path. Those who fail to kill you now covet your influence. They'll try to seduce you, break you, own you. It's a trap designed specifically for prey like you. You see it, don't you? The same web that called Draven is laid right at your feet. Do you really plan to walk into it? Don't underestimate me. There's no web I can't tear apart, no dead end I can't breach. I'm just disgusted by the enemy's shamelessness. This is the most revolting battle I've ever fought. Augustus' gaze sweeps over the wreckage, the splintered bar, the glittering carpet of glass, the void where the owner once held court. A silent storm of emotions passes over her face. This was a good place whenever the outside world sickened me, when I had to stop myself from slaughtering those maggots, when I was in a foul mood and couldn't find you. I'd come here, have a drink, chat with her. It helped me breathe. They wouldn't even leave me this one small sanctuary. What will you do? We have the MBCC! That could be your new sanctuary. The MBCC welcomes all sinners. I can't kill her. She's Brock's niece? She is Brock's niece? His only living relative. Brox is the founder, the OG first commander. of this corpse and the very first speaker of this city. She is his niece. Holy that is crazy. You can't find the darkness alone. She resists enemies just by existing and being herself. Holy moly. I held her when she was born? She held her when she was born. The Independence Army raised her together. Before my cryosleep, she gave me flowers. Her parents were imprisoned for opposing Draven. I have to look after her, but more than interesting. Interesting. Ooh, it's like family drama. Fucking underground, always messing up everything, yeah. The little girl gave her flowers before she went into cryosleep. Her parents were opposing Draven. Whenever I grew tired of this new era, I would come here to remember. It's the last place left from the old days, and those worms found even this, corrupted even her. You see, Chief, how clever my enemy is? They flatter me to lower my guard, and then target everyone around me to isolate me. They won't even grant me a moment's peace. This is the city, the world's glittering peak, a front of money and power everyone scrambles for. It doesn't matter who sits on it, Victor, Adrian, Draven, it's all the same. Quite the battlefield, isn't it? More treacherous than the war you just fought. I intend to win, but I can't keep my hands as clean as you would like. The candlelight flickers and though her face remains shrouded in shadows, you feel you have finally traced the contours of the person within. The victory the Independence Army brought with their lives was stolen and twisted. Now history is repeating. You can't stand it. You want to crush these enemies, but you're terrified of walking Draven's same path. Am I right? Her silence is confirmation enough. You've always been a warrior who defies fate. I'm in no position to judge your chosen battlefield. Let's just say I want to understand more. As you said, this is the center of the world. It gathers all the wealth, dreams, glory, and filth. It has its own rules. The higher you climb, the darker and more dangerous it gets. It's a suffocating mess. If a great general plans to break the cycle by carrying the entire city-state on her shoulders, I have to wonder. Cerebral is here? Oh, I feel like my Twitch stream crashed. It is what it is. Welcome back, Cerebot. Let me just check one thing. Back then, you commanded an army and bore all this suffering and sins. Now you want to command the greatest city-state, which means carrying all of its prosperity and corruption. Can one person really bear that weight? Your eyes have adjusted to the dark, and now you can truly see her. The blood-stained ferocity has drained from her gaze, leaving on a deep serene blue that lingers in the shadows. I can answer that, Vice Shepherd. I've asked myself the same thing countless times. I've never feared taking power stepping into the shadowy battlefield. I swear I will be victorious. I won't fall to any enemy, and I won't compromise who I am. But I'm not foolish enough to fight alone. I'll have extraordinary warriors as my mind, my blade, and my shield. And you will be my shackles and my scabbard. Vice Shepherd. She will be her shackles. All of you make me stronger, far superior to those cowards. Victory will be mine. That's the resolve I bring to this fight. As she speaks, the serene blue of her eyes slowly turns with a gathering storm. But it's also tedious, so shameless. How can it be this ugly? There are no warriors willing to die for the city, no souls with the resolve to face death without flinching. Nothing but self-serving vultures. No principles, no convictions. Having to maneuver among them, it turns my stomach. The battle isn't worth my passion, and today's this city isn't worth my soldiers' lives. Only a stubborn fool like Draven would cling to it so desperately, not letting go even at the end. Rather than worrying that power will corrupt me, you should worry I'll lose all the patience with this farce and flip the entire board. It sounded like you're the one worried you might do that. For someone about to charge into battle, you're being unusually cautious. That's not like you, General. But now I know what I can do for you. You sit up straight and grasp this empty scabbard. She left it in your hands. No one in this world can stop you from fighting, but I hope one day you can leave this battlefield you hate. Let your subordinates or allies win your victories for you. I can't do that for you. I have my own battles to fight. But I will protect you. If this city's blade ever starts to break, if you ever verge on rampage, I will find you. I will stop you. I'll do whatever it takes to make you stand down. even if it means following the path you took when you killed Draven with your own hands. Ooh, Catherine Augustus Andohar, the one who killed the corrupted Draven. Your sword once cleared a path for me, so from now on, no matter what battlefield you march onto, as long as I hold this scabbard, I won't let you become something you despise. Ooh, no way, right? Oh boy, oh boy. The one who killed Draven, the previous commander of the Discorps, was Catherine herself. Can you imagine? She woke up from her cryo sleep and had to kill her, basically one of her best friends, basically. Her uncle. Basically her uncle, right? Her, well said. What a speech. Ooh. Her heart is trembling. She just heard so many things. That she would do whatever it takes to save her. No matter what. If she even went down the dark path. If she ever struggled. The one who would come to her rescue is the chief of the MBCC, Shepherd 13. Loved by her sinners, loved by her daughters. She composes herself, rises and helps you to your feet. After straightening your clothes, she leads you from the battle-ravaged quiet of the bar into the silence of another car. She's still hesitant to receive how she is. She is still hesitant. She's trying to do it all alone. The engine stirs and you plunge into the night. No Shutterblade soldier follows. This journey is for you two alone. The vast cityscape streams past on both sides, a familiar tableau, just like your first meeting, just like every encounter yet to come. But tonight your vision has changed. Dense high rises no longer just cradle. Countless lights, they trace the edges of a massive silhouette. It looms like primordial beast, bearing festering wounds a century old, its body slowly swelling with breath like the eternal rhythm of tides. And against this closer shadow draped across your path, everything else diminishes. The car carrying you, the general's sword, your seemingly resolute promise, all of it shrinks into a fleeting smallness, like a sigh dissolving into the wind. The journey ends where it so often does. She returns you to the familiar grounds of the Bureau, a place that has come to feel like home. With a final word of farewell, Augustus watches you step out. I have my soldiers, and I will eventually claim my battlefield, but you. A scabbard doesn't need to kill. With you here, the rancors will never bend, never corrode, never run wild, so you have to stay alive. A small smile touches her lips. She takes off her hat and places it on your head, pressing the brim down to steal your vision. You expect this to be like all the times before, her signature prelude to a tease, a final flippant gesture to lighten a heavy moment. But this time a different, blinded by fabric and shadow, you feel her hand firm on your shoulder, pulling you close. She leans in, and her voice, a low vibration in your ear, is unnervingly deep. Stay alive. Whatever comes, you won't have to face it. I promise you that. Whispering into your ear, sending her breath into Chief's ear. You can feel her warm breath. Then I promise you too. I will stay alive, even on a different battlefield. I'll be watching. You have my word as your scabbard. Is that a small smile? You can't be sure, but you feel the brief, telling pressure of her grip on your shoulder before she releases you. Only then does the car pull away, leaving you in its wake. The steel storm does not immediately subside. It rages on, a tempest unleashed after your years of pent-up fury. Scoring death streets, in its wake, many vanish, many flee. Only after days of unending terror does the Shadowblade abruptly withdraw. Then some of the vanished are returned to their homes, dazed and silent. Others are found bound at the prison gates. Many bear notes fixed to them. To our gracious host, thank you for your warm welcome. I simply had to return the favor with a surprise party of my own. You all played your parts well, my thanks for your participation. I'll leave the cleanup to you, esteemed city-state. I'm sure your experts will know exactly how to handle the legal aftermath. After all, I might just come back on a whim. Ooh, threatening, scary. The higher-ups have dispatched additional persons to assist you with our workload. It's a significant show of support. We have been given strict instructions to elevate your administrative burden, Chief, and to ensure you maintain a healthier work-life balance. Despite your deep bewilderment, you accept the unprecedented directive. Your scheduled duty is limited to 8 hours per day, 5 days per week, with compensatory leave for any overtime. You'll allocate 40 days annual leave, with permission to be absent when the workload is light. And one more thing, no external department can task you with assignments without proper approval. What? Question mark? Am I dreaming? What kind of prank is this? Who signed off on this? An angel? It's authentic, Chi. We have already begun rerouting several assistant requests from the Night Agency. The directive comes directly from Edge? From Paradisos? Chief is being free? She doesn't have to work overtime. Hoshi, great news? ... Chief is so shocked. She's like, what just happened? Is there really a solution to quell the unrest? An edge seat carries significant weight. It must be granted through consensus and with extreme caution. The original candidate is already paralyzed with fear. Acting now is damage control. We can't allow her to create greater complications. But this is coercion. Her terrorist acts, mimicking Draven's method, were likely orchestrated precisely for this purpose. Yield once and this tactic will repeat indefinitely. We still possess the capability to stop her, for now at least. If you're referring to the shackles, I suggest keeping those two separated. In the current situation, trying to restrain her might result in even Shepperton being swayed to her side. The cost would be far outweighed any benefit. The current arrangement isn't so bad, is it? If that happens, certain someone is not going to be happy. If they're worried she's going to be overworked in hospital? Oh, that's true. Anne, right? Anne would not be happy. Precisely, this city requires her protection, and we cannot risk her turning her blade towards the upper echelon at this juncture. If she's grown wary of the theater below and wishes to play at our level, so be it. If the strategic advantage remains ours. Much like when we established the FAC, or reorganized Edge, we should not agree. Besides, O1 still possesses the means to redirect her focus when necessary. Have you circulated the new intelligence regarding the missing overseas troops again? Edge O1, in the manner of speaking. Oh, let's not forget what we learned. Edge O1 used to be bold. However, she also made it clear she has no interest in wasting time with our pointless deliberations. For her first meeting, she asked me to deliver only 2 statements on her behalf. there was some crazy lore information. Edge O8 proxy. The blade has returned, now hanging above your heads. You better all watch your steps. Wait. They made Catherine Edge O8? She's the new Edge? Wait, did she become the new Edge? Edge O8? If I understood correctly, they made her an Edge? Or like, not necessarily like directly. Proxy. Like, step Edge? Interesting. One more face. This city, the darkness slowly consuming her in return. You know well that this is not a path one can walk alone. You will not let your sins proceed without company. She's in the Edge chat. Yeah, she's in the Edge chat. Okay, wait, 1 second. One more document. Dark side of this city. The dark side of this city. The real issue with its tyranny. Barry Orwell. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Sorry, give me 1 second. Before we do the final interrogation, I have to quickly go to the toilet. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna put some song in the background, which you guys will definitely recognize.
I was there when the sun was
Be right back.
down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown. When it fell as if made of sand. I stared at
your photos when I felt alone. I sat in that corner waiting for a call. I danced with your shadow for so many nights. I dream of our future till the morning light. Now memories are fading into something real, like salt on the one that's never gonna heal. I'm here in a place that should have been our home, and I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown, when it fell as if made of sand. I can feel you even though you're gone. I can feel you deep inside my bones. Your scent still remains on all of my clothes. Plays tricks with my mind and I feel you close. I cry every morning in an empty bed. You dwell in my heart, can't get you out of my head. Lost in a place that has become unknown. I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its ground, when it fell as if made of sand. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its ground, when it fell as if made of sand. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown, when it fell as if made of sand. I stared at your photos when I felt alone. I sat in that corner waiting for a call. I danced with your shadow for so many nights. I dream of our future till the morning light. Now memories are fading into something real, like salt on the one that's never gonna heal. I'm here in a place that should have been our home, and I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown, when it I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when the hope lost its ground. When it fell as if made of sand. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when the hope lost its ground. When it fell as if made of sand. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown. When it fell as if made of sand. I stared at your photos when I felt alone. I sat in that corner waiting for a call. I danced with your shadow for so many nights. I dream of our future till the morning light. Now memories are fading into something real, like salt on a wound that's never gonna heal. I'm here in a place that should have been our home, and I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was going down. Nothing left to be held in my hand. I was there when my hope lost its crown. When it fell as if made of sand. I can feel you even though you're gone. I can feel you deep inside my bones. Your scent still remains on all of my clothes. Plays tricks with my mind and I feel you close. I cry every morning in an empty bed. You dwell in my heart, can't get you out of my head. Lost in a place that has become unknown. I'm sinking like a stone. I was there when the sun was.
Okay, I'm back. 1 second. Hello everyone. Sorry, it took me quite a while. But I am back. I'm back. Oh, wait, let me see if I missed anything. See you later, Anne. Goodbye, Annie. I have to go finish the movie with my before 7 p.m. stream. They aren't playing a game. I want to play spoiler free. Goodbye, Annie. Thank you for stopping by, Annie. Thank you so much. We're action packed. We ain't even done yet. This is the most action packed interrogation. Okay, let's go. Let's freaking go. The Dark Side of the City Rule of Shadow, revised edition, unpublished. Historical analysis indicates the corruption of the Independent Army was a multifactorial process. Economically, both the demands of warfare against the Metropole Coalition and the subsequent need to rebuild the city-state under the trade blockades required immense capital and resources. Following key military success, the Independent Army influence expanded, drawing corporations and wealthy industrialists into its orbit. These alliances provided necessary financial support for the war and initial reconstruction. Though their involvement in rebuilding, these allied groups steadily consolidated control over the city-state's critical economic infrastructure. Contemporary records suggest neither Draven nor the army's command possessed the administrative experience to perceive the systemic risk. This surely was the origin and root of everything. Yet compared to the dramatic political shifts, personal betrayals and fallen hopes that followed these mundane economic origins were largely obscured in the historical narrative. If the city's blade ever starts to break, if you ever verge on rampage, I will find you, I'll stop you. I'll do whatever it takes to make you stand down, even if it means following the path you took when you killed Draven with your own hands. Haunted by that person's strange words, Augustus returns home. She seeks solace in the pages of a book, but as she reads, the lines begin to blur, lulling her into a peculiar dream. Cryogenic chamber. It hurts? This is the cryogenic chamber? Where am I? Edge? Oh, she just told her, I'll kill you if necessary. She did. Her body was a foreign, leaden weight and took monumental strain of will just to try sitting up. These side effects are bad. The body's cryogenic tech is complete garbage. He'd better hope his tech didn't fry a single nerve. But she said it with a laugh. She did. Finally, she managed it. Outside the cryogenic chamber, there were no researchers or military officers waiting. Instead, she was met with a sea of blood. Sea of blood? Did they forcibly awaken me? What happened? Is this a battlefield? Where is the enemy? When did the war begin? Who are you? I'm the new rancor wielder. Wait, it was him who woke her up? On the replacement, but he explicitly promised he wouldn't use those again. Did Draven send you? The marshal's in dire situation. He awakened you in hopes you might be of use. This is his order to you. A top-secret directive awaited the awakened one. Its encryption, a cipher unused since the fires of the Independence War had cooled. From a contemporary historical viewpoint, Draven's political era effectively concluded with the Eclipse operation in NF-103. The operation was a catastrophic and strategically meaningless defeat, resulting in significant FAC casualties in the DC. The public's outcry prompted an official investigation by Edge. Though it was largely overlooked at the time, the majority of the lost personnel were remnants of the former Disc Corps. While Draven had previously survived numerous political challenges, the circumstances of this event created an inescapable predicament. Draven Steele, then FAC Commander-in-Chief, was politically isolated and subsequently died. The official cause of death was listed as complications from long-term depression. Contemporary accounts speculated it was suicide driven by despair and the prospect of prosecution. More conspiratorial narratives allege an assassination framed as a form of retribution. The consensus among analysts is that for an authoritarian leader of his stature, only death would have compelled him to cede power. However, all these theories are difficult to reconcile with his documented, resolute character. The evidence suggests he was too formidable and entrenched to be easily eliminated by external forces. Ooh, we're going to find out how Draven died. The rankers are yours now. Wage war as you can see fit? I only demand victory. Wait, Draven left this behind for Catherine. The rankers are yours now. So Draven knew he was at the end of his day, of his path. What kind of order is this supposed to be? Wow, okay. Draven, like, he knew Draven woke her up. Because Draven was going to die. So he left the rankers in her charge. Where is Draven? Where is he? The Marshal's career reveals a consistent pattern of tactical pragmatism. Willing to sacrifice consistency and moral boundaries, he pursued victory at all costs, using success to justify every means. This approach characterized the campaign to counter nuclear assault, the suppression of dissenting city-states, and the neutralization of internal opposition. How did things escalate even more? Yeah, he was passing her the mantle, definitely. Confronted with an untenable situation, his response was operationally consistent. He authorized prescribed protocols, demonstrating a systematic disregard for collateral damage. This calculus was applied universally to adversaries and his own forces alike. Parma! Parma is back! What's past is past, Marshal. What you need now is help, power. So take it, summon it again. The sage's power is already in your hands. It shows you once, it won't let you die. Wield it. Defend your throne like you defended your city. He's talking to Draven. Where is the conviction now? Weren't you the one who said all power is justified? It reserves your cause? Look at yourself. Trapped? Desperate? Isn't this your only option? Man, I wonder what Parma is up to. Parma, when he got first introduced, was like one of the coolest, most mysterious, most dangerous people in the whole universe. Then with 3.0, we got to see, you know, new recruit Parma. New recruit Parma lost so much aura. But I'm so curious about what the current Parma is up to. Because the current Parma is like, he's the real deal. He is the real fucking deal. Draven had the power of Sage? Yeah, that is kinda shocking. Well, rather than the power of Sage, the power of Rankers is the power of Sage, right? I think. Excerpt 4. Did no one try to stop him? The historical records suggest otherwise. One does not achieve such stature by acting entirely alone against all counsel. A hero forged in the fires of the Independence War could never have been a mere isolated fanatic. This interaction goes escalate, true. And indeed, he was not alone. There were many who stood with him. Shared ideas brought them together, a common enemy united them. Collective suffering forged a bond. But then victory arrived, the hardships ended, and the enemy scattered. The founding ideals were, on the surface, achieved, and with that, everything changed. We see the first fractures, internal division, and collusion with the old power structures. The parasites of the former regime taught these new heroes how to feast, subtly pulling them into the same corrupt currents. Those who refused to partake were methodically removed. Victor was the first to fall, a man of political genius, but no military skill. Cleverly assigned due to the front lines where he perished in combat. The opposition chose their target well. Without his unifying influence, the military's integrity began to crumble. The steadfast Adrian held his principles to the end, but what was the purpose? A loyal advisor, once stripped of trust, is rendered useless. As for his family, all eyes inevitably turned to the Steel family. Each family represented a potential vulnerability, a point of pressure. They shared Draven's blood, but few, it seems, could share his formidable vision or his resolve. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Shorl. Greetings, General Augustus. She is meeting all the Edge personnel. Your vitals indicate severe stress from the force. Oh, right, never mind. She met them because she woke up from the cryo chamber. Stress from the Force Awakening. For your psychological stability, I must insist you return to the cryogenic chamber. Please rest assured, the city-state security architecture remains optimal. Our military assets have been successfully realigned towards catastrophe prevention, and lingering societal instabilities are being systematically resolved. Progress is incremental, but with a more powerful edge, we will guide it to the correct path. It was you. You used him. You repurposed the entire discourse under the guise of catastrophe prevention, and consolidating your control, the FAC program was just another one of your schemes. You set him up as a figurehead, stripped him of any real power, and then spent 19 years backing him into a corner. ... Violence and power are a mechanism, not an objective. All actions have been calculated for the preservation of the collective. The discourse restructuring was a necessary measure. I regret that more optimal solutions were not computationally viable. But regarding Marshal Draven, he was provided with multiple viable paths. The one he selected led to his own termination. Ooh, magnetic force erupted with fury. Pinned shore, the black triangle jerked and spasmed against her unyielding grip. Stop hiding behind this cold logical garbage. Show yourself and face me. Come out. Logically, this interface is no different, however, if a familiar form facilitates compliance. Despite its reluctance, Edge complied with her demand, projecting the face of someone familiar before her eyes. Edge 01. Edge 01, ex-bald guy, full of hair now. Hello, General Augustus. It's been 31 years since we last met. What happened after I went under? NF-84. No, even before that. What happened between you? How did it all come to this? Were all the oaths we swore back then just a pile of bullshit? His smile was a cold, detached fig, utterly foreign to the one she knew. Ooh, so much must have changed. Because, I mean, they kinda built together this city. Right? Like, Edge were just like scientific people. Like, normal scientific people. Like, what happened? Edge must have changed drastically. From a purely scientific organization to fight for humanity into a whatever Paradise is nowadays. Baldy. I posed that same question to him once. I no longer trouble myself with such concerns. I recommend you also deprioritize these concerns. Technical and logistical support remain available to you, should you require it. Or would you prefer if I called you Little Catherine again? Would it help soothe your emotions? Little Catherine. A blue light flashed, and in its wake both his projection and the black triangle unraveled, vanishing without a trace. This guy gives me an ick, barely has any humanity left. I agree. Draven was not personally motivated by material gain. However, years of suppression by the Metropolis fostered a deeply ingrained city-centrism, a strategic vulnerability that proved highly exploitable. The interest standing behind him, seeking to build his authority for resource acquisition, consistently provided him with rationalized justification for the campaigns. All just calculations, true. In the era before the sea explosion, the cause was the liberation of metropole colonies. This was used to legitimize the suppression of the city-states that resisted the city's hegemony. Following the explosion, the threat of mania became the new justification, the argument being that since this city had borne the primary impact of humanity, was obligated to support its lead in combating the catastrophe. Consequently, with the commander's own focus shifted, the institution that revered and followed him was inevitably corrupted in turn. It must be remembered that the former discourse was a highly systematic and methodical apparatus, a perfect machine for the dissemination and application of its leader's ideology. The sort that power forges for external dominance will, in time, be turned inward. Lieutenant, General Augustus. Do you remember me? I see, not as a lieutenant, but by my real name. I'm honored, General, and ashamed. This is the sword you entrusted to the Major. Now it should return to your hands, the 8th Division. I'm the only one left. Returning this to you is the only purpose my survival has left. What is our next objective, General? A civil war? Just as Marshal Draven said, or are we to bleed under city dry, all to fund his political purges? How many more must we kill? I apologize, General. That was insubordination. Seeing you again, it brought everything back. It makes no difference. Is this the same guy like the lieutenant we found? Civil War or probably a different guy. Civil War or campaign? Just give me the order. Tell me who to kill. I can no longer hold a gun with pride anymore. But fighting for you, that I can still do. Seeing the fire still in your eyes, General, it's a relief. Excerpt 6. Is history unjust? One cannot help but wonder, watching the endless repetition of malevolence. And yet history possesses a certain grim fairness. Those who dare to abandon justice often find themselves collectively condemned, cast into the abyss. But who, in the end, is fit to deliver the final verdict? The young general finally reached the old commander's throne. The audience hall stood vast and empty. A void of such scale, it bordered on absurdity. The round council table of her memories, the many chairs that had once surrounded it, was gone. Only the solitary seat of authority remained. The old man upon it was as motionless as stone. It was only the sound of her footsteps that made him stir, his body trembling slightly as he turned towards the young figure before him, awakening from his long trance. Holy shit. This is Draven. Old Draven now. Draven Steel. He was awake now, but his face was so aged she barely recognized him. In the years unknown to her, Draven seemed to have borne the weight of mountains. The man who was once iron-hard and formidable now sat with broken spine beneath his burdens. You are late. I didn't teach you to keep a battlefield waiting. How did you get so old? Me? I don't even remember what I looked like before old age claimed me. You, on the other hand, look exactly as I remember. His clouded eyes sunk deep in wrinkled furrows, trembled unsteadily before they slowly, painstakingly found their focus on the young general. He studied her in silence for a long moment before he finally spoke in a hushed voice. Has it really been that long? Why did you wake me? I woke you? Ah yes, because we agreed to. When the shadows of war returned, you would be the blade to meet it, to bring us victory. That time is now, Augustus. War is at our doorsteps again. Defeat the enemies, bring back victory for me. Only you can do it, for me. Augustus remained silent for a moment before speaking deliberately. What war? The city is thriving. Its satellite town network is a deterrent. No foreign power would be so foolish. Draven, what war are you talking about? It's here, in this very city. The battlefield is everywhere. Then point me at your enemy. Where are they? Where aren't they? Beyond this room, everyone is the enemy, can't you see? His eyes widened slightly, staring into some unseen distance. His hunched frame leaned forward slowly, as if his very soul were being drawn out, and his gaze filled with bitter, consuming hatred. The enemies I thought I had defeated, they just changed their faces after the war. Those I believed were my allies. Once they left the battlefield, they put on a new masks. They smiled to my face, and the moment my back is turned, they plot, all of them, just waiting for a crack in the armor, a sign of weakness. They don't want to serve the city, they want my chair. And the people, short-sighted, foolish, greedy, selfish, so easily led to break what they should be protecting. And assassins, the Eclipse operation's failure is my fault. We built this city from the ash and sacrifice, and this is their gratitude. Is this my judgment, or this city's? After all I've sacrificed to hold it together, what is the purpose of this mania? Oh yes, of course, I've known all along. The two is part of the enemy's conspiracy. The old man continued to mumble incoherently under his breath. The underground mania, the shackles, the shepherd, all lies, waving a flag for humanity while they send my last loyal soldiers to die, burn my bridges. Edge has fallen into their hands, corrupted by those depraved hounds. Even he has turned. And by he's probably talking about Edge 01. The war in the shadows starts here. Or was it always his plan? It was him all along. All the talk of fighting catastrophes, building the FAC together, noble words, disguise. It was just a slow, deliberate transfer of power, a trap to erode my authority. Ooh. Draven is falling to mania. Draven is losing it. He called himself a scientist, said he understood my vision. We had an agreement to correct our errors. He said there was still time. For 19 years I compromised. I trusted him. And this is when he moves against me, then he will regret it. This is the city. I took over the command and I'm not giving it up. The victory I want will come, one way or another. Augustus, I'm the one who woke you, so take up your blade to cut down every last one of my enemies. Go Forge more glory. Ooh. Age got to him. Corruption got to him. Everything got to him. Mania got to him. Or maybe he found out the truth, Chief, or maybe that. Yeah, Draven is going maniac. Only the shock of victory can crush these scheming vermin. Only undeniable strength forces obedience. Seize that victory, it is your purpose. The H-Master grew more fervent with each word, his voice swelling as if chasing the ghost of his former glory. He leaned forward, eagerly extending a hand towards Augustus, his sole audience member in the empty hall. But he was met with utter silence. But this is not a war. What you're asking me to do is just clear the path for you and you alone. You only want my blade to guard your throne. Her answer was swallowed by a wave of unhinged laughter. Since when did an Andohar preach to me about justice? Do you think I don't know who you really are? You were born in a metropole. Your house built its fortune on war. Your loyalty was never to a flag. It was to war itself. So why not fight for me? I'm giving you a battlefield of your own. Isn't that what you've always wanted? That has never changed. You're right. No one has my loyalty, and I don't fight for banners. But did you give the same order to my soldiers? Ooh. When you asked them to trust you, order them to die for you, did they know what they were really dying for? If Victor were here, what would he say? He fell silent. Did that name still hold meaning for him? Did he still remember the comrades who had once pulled him back from the abyss? Victor was murdered. Victor was murdered. I'm avenging him. And Adrian, you stripped his rank yourself. You cast him out. Was he ever loyal? He always challenged my authority, stood against me like a stone wall when I needed him most. That man, that bastard, he became an enemy long ago. Who told you that? Your inner circle? Lapdogs who only know how to pledge loyalty, or just a bunch of boot-licking sycophants? Do you really believe their loyalty, or just the lies that comfort you? I wonder, because we saw a shot of Parma talking to someone. It was Parma talking to Draven. I feel like Draven lost. And I feel like the people who manipulated Draven later down the years was underground, right? And because like he lost all of his like close friends and like people who truly like saw the same vision, at least the old vision, he got isolated. Yeah, he got isolated from the people who truly cared about him. This is the last interaction, not great. Yeah, this is a horrible last interaction. Imagine being Catherine, someone you held so high in regards, and you wake up to see him in this state. Damn it, old man, calm down. I mean, the underground just has to give weapons to both sides and they win, true. But Parma has been talking to him. Where are all those eager voices now? The ones I could trust are all dead. You have never helped command. You have never sat in his chair. You have never seen a real battlefield. Those enemies are undying ghosts. They can't be routed, can't be purged, more persistent than war itself. This war permits no innocence, but they refuse to see it. Adrian, Victor, neither of them could understand. For this city, for all we've sacrificed, if I fail now, all those people's deaths will mean nothing. This is necessary, can't you see that? I don't see it, and I don't want to. Haven't you already left behind what was truly necessary? Those who give their lives for this city must not be betrayed by it. Those who fight for you must not be abandoned by the commander. Brock entrusted you with the Independence Army. He told you to remember, but look around now, Draven. Who is still standing by your side? Empty seats. Only Draven alone. A long silence settled between them. Augustus held the old marshal's gaze, watching as the final embers of passion guttered and died within his eyes. I see, so you too will stand against me. The old man turned away and shuffled back towards the hall's only remaining chair. This was the commander who had once been the very embodiment of invincibility and in her eyes. How could he have been reduced to this? How could a figure of such power become so diminished? It seems even you believe I've already lost. Draven seemed to have aged years in moments, again left with nothing but two things to which he desperately clung. The dilapidated chair that only resembled a throne, and the mania rancor in his hand that was never a true blade to wield. He clutched them as if they could anchor him, but time surged anyway, a torrent rushing through the spaces between his fingers. Draven chose to wake her up too late. Combination of both, I think. Age 01 isolated him, and in his desperation the underground lent a helping hand and twisted Draven's viewpoint. Potato! I fully agree with you. I think you're spot on. Take care of my troops. They are my pride, says Augustus. You have my word. It doesn't matter, at least you still understand me. For victory I would pay any price, bear any burden. I will not yield, I will not allow the city to fall to them. This blight upon the city, this rot threatening my command, I will not abandon this post, I will not retreat. Even I must stand alone. Well then, goodbye. I'll be waiting for the day I wake up. I'll be waiting for the day too. Ooh, they're finally reunited. Mania spilled from his gun barrel, unfurling like crimson petals, injecting his withered frame with a deceptive frenzied vitality. With this, Draven Steel descended into madness, fully merging with the Rancor. He was the second commander of the Independence Army, East Side's first democratically elected speaker, and the founder and first commander-in-chief of the FAC. He was the sole hero who had led the city from nuclear devastation, and in Andohar's eyes, its most tenacious and obsessive warrior. Now he was none of these things, and he was mad. In his final moment of lucidity, his gaze drifted down from his perch, and he recognized the figure before him one last time, just as he had futilely tried to distinguish friend from foe for the past 30 years. Ah, it's that brat. She's back. Well then, he should at least force a smile. I should have woken you sooner, but back then, I believed I could give you a better world. Draven stood upon his throne as he always wished, transformed into a weapon and left before him the sharpest general of the Independence Army, the one he had personally summoned back from the past, now slowly raising her sword against him. Then why don't you just come back, you old jerk? Ooh. It was not a difficult battle. It did not take long to kill a hero in the twilight years. Augustus walked out of the hall alone. The sun had just dipped below the horizon, its final afterglow staining the distant sky. Yet she could no longer tell what time of the day it was, or even what year. And this is when Augustus killed Draven. Draven wanted he wanted a better world for her too. Walking through the streets, she saw the same crowds who had once lined the roads, celebrating victory and praising the heroic soldiers now angrily demanded peace and justice, calling for reckoning for Catherine. My grandfather was just an innocent outlander, and you killed him. You freaking murdered him. Don't you dare hide behind your discords uniform and call yourselves heroes. We know what you did. You're not soldiers, you're butchers. Go to hell. Fake, I don't give a fucker. Yeah. All this time, we lived beside them. We broke bread with them. To think such monsters were walking amongst us. I can't bear it. How do you live next to a demon? Stay back. Get away from me. Please, don't kill me. Walking through the grand halls, she recognized the same parasites who were supposed to have been expelled by the Independence Army. They had merely changed their skins, and they were still clinging to the top. These were the ones who, after seizing a precious blade, had instigated wars for profit and slipped away unscathed, and now they raised their glasses in celebration of a new era. A toast to the final exorcism, to the old era's demons, and to the unequivocal correction of past errors. With the city-state firmly back on its proper course, we can finally usher in the future of stability and progress, an era of peace led by our own steady hand. Of course, the new dawn has arrived. Let peace lie in our pockets and prosperity build our legacy, to wealth and to future where businesses can truly flourish. Back on the battlefield, the soldiers she had once taken pride in were still here, waiting for her. General, is it really you? All these years, what happened to us? Tell me I wasn't wrong. We had to fight this city. It would have fallen without us, wouldn't it? They told us the enemy was at the gates, that the whole world wanted the hypergoods we had. We were just securing resources. Preempting the threat, people die in war. It's a cost we've accepted. I did it for our home, for our city-state. What was I supposed to do? So then, was it wrong? Was I wrong? When did it change? Or was it always like this? Have I just been a murderer all along? Shit suck my... yeah. Then why did they pin my medals on my chest? Why did they call me hero? You were the ones who told us that to fight for this city was the highest honor. That to kill for its future was glorious. I never wanted this, not like this. General, I only ever wanted to serve my city-state. Now after all of it, is there really nothing waiting for me but hell? The glory was erased, their faces awash, their confusion, helplessness, fear, and shame, the once sharpest blades, had proved the most brittle. Those who had burned their lives for their beliefs now watched as those convictions shattered at reality's slightest touch, crumbling to dust. So easily broken, so roughly abandoned, they were left to rust on meaningless battlefields. They were swallowed by the very war they served, living a fate worse than death, rejected even by hell itself. What are you fighting for? It wasn't like that, Lily. Your brother's no murderer. I'm a soldier, hero. It was the only way to keep you safe. Everything was all to keep you safe. Scarface. And the soldiers didn't even know they were killing innocent outlanders until now. Yeah. Yes, a hero. Anyone who lays a finger on you deserves death. Every last one of those blood-stained hounds will die. Those rabid dogs will never get near you, not even me. Everything went to hell ever since Kevin went to sleep. Why are you broken? I don't need vindication, treatment, salvation, or anyone's forgiveness. There's only one thing I want to know. General, will you return to the battlefield? Are you still going to hunt those bastards down and make them pay? I will follow you with my rancor to the ends of the earth, and we will slaughter every last one of them. Why can't I die? Nirvana, Lieutenant, why do you still try to save me? What's left to salvage in the demon? Death would be a mercy. Just let me bear my punishment. I carry hell with me wherever I go anyway. Why can't you just come back? Iron Mask. The Marshal said that if he fell, I was to follow you. That you would seize victory for him. I know you will. He had waited long enough. Bring him the true victory he was owed. Victory. What kind of victory? She had been awakened merely to officiate a funeral, one that felt far too long, arriving after her 30-year absence. She was sleeping for 30 years. A funeral for the very ones she had once believed were unbreakable. The last one standing. Brock dead and now Draven. We said when I woke up I would either help him fight his wars or give him a proper send-off. Never peg the old grouch for the sentimental type. The Eclipse operation did cripple the underground. The Eclipse operation did cripple the underground, but the mania spread is irreversible. Paradisus has ordered me to take command of the FAC, but one man is not an army. Adrian. Will you stay? The commander's title is yours if that's what it takes. Oh, if Catherine stayed, she would have been the commander-in-chief. After all, countless good soldiers have died to protect the city-state. Brock was one, Draven was another. City-state. Before her slumber, this word could stir the blood of countless people. Now it failed to cause even the slightest ripple in her heart. Augustus lowered her head, her gaze falling upon the name etched into the tombstone. Man, I need to know more about Eclipse Operation. Me too. Me too. Old man, you served him longer than I did. You knew the man he was. Tell me, what changed him into this? Was it mania, the same crystal flower that took Martin, Tom, Joe, Vannon, and his entire squad? Did it finally claim him too? Or was it that the underground, the Parma? Did he put a curse on him? Tell me, where should I point my blade? Who is my enemy? Dot, dot, dot. Draven was not a man to be broken by mania. No matter what changes, every choice he ever made, in his eyes served a single purpose, and he never regretted it. Dot, dot, dot. You're right, the man was as stubborn as rust. All he cared about was protecting the city. Wait a minute. As stubborn as rust? They're not talking about the rust from the Night Agency, are they? She told... Oh, no, probably not. Because otherwise it would be a huge R. Huge rust. She tilted her head back without word, her gaze fixed on the sky, or perhaps on the colossal form looming beneath it, for a long silent moment. Rust, not rust, exactly. So in the end, he was defeated by this great city-state. Adrian jolted alert, his hands flying to his gun. When I accepted this rank, I accepted the duty that comes with it. Do not force my hand, Augustus. Do not make me your enemy. Those words drew the first hearty laugh from Augustus since her awakening. Relax, old man. What's a general without her blade? I can't even make sense of the last 30 years. Now's not the time. Those soldiers shipped off to the Farlands for resource acquisition, the people fed lies about Justin's honor, and the units deliberately transferred to weaken the Discorps. After the Discorps fell, they were abandoned too, weren't they? How many units? Where are they? How many still draw breath? I'm going to find them back. The song? Catherine's song? My precious reapers, shattered, rusted, and scattered to forgotten corners of the world. I won't let them wait in vain. I'll find every last one and bring them home. And then, this is the game playing it during the interrogation. The razor-sharp edge returned to her eyes. I'm not you, Adrian. Na, 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 na. This isn't my city-state. I don't pledge to flags or thrones. My loyalty is only to the blade in my hand. When I return, this city-state had better give me a reason to stand down. If it doesn't, you will need every gun you have to stop my blade from claiming what it owes. Catherine Augustus Andohar, General of the 8th Discorps Division and the Independence Army's most elite soldier, abandoned the city. Her forces were a shadow of their former selves, their supplies nearly exhausted. The fracturing of Discorps awakened an old ambition in the Farlands. Enemies who had long coveted the city-state began to stir once again, and 3 years later, they succeeded in detonating a catastrophe at the world's very heart. The war that followed was brief, ending in a year, but left in its wake enduring blight of the Black Rings and catastrophes that scared the globe. With the end of the Marshal's iron rule, history's shame and glory were buried together, grand ideas were dismantled, replaced by the seductive rallying cries of those now in power. Society found its solace in pleasurable apathy and decadent revelry. Under the glow of the Black Rings, madness marched steadily towards death. But Augustus no longer cared. She had forsaken the city-state. For over a decade since, she and her loyal subordinates have walked only the brutal, bloody path of warfare, far from prosperity and light, on a perpetual expedition towards hell. Rankers. Are going to stop us or judge us. Salvation. Where can we even return to? A soldier's lover is their enemy. And to share. Bloodlust is glory, violence is justice, ignorance makes us unyielding, and hatred. Hatred is the finest quality of all. It ignites our blood, circulating endlessly. It is my eternal life breath. Do you dare defy me? Then strike me down, crush me, defeat me, destroy me, kill me, countless times. Let us slaughter fortune countless times until you wield our remains to slay your enemies. Your strength is what we seek. Come! This was the fate of the mightiest soldiers. For their convictions, they wielded rankers to kill, and when those beliefs were shattered, they were devoured by the very blades they carried, becoming mere instruments of war. Augustus conquered them, she tamed them, but more often than not, when she could not save them, she broke them all and laid them to rest. They were beyond salvation, so many were beyond salvation, and this cursed funeral was nowhere near its end. They don't understand, you don't either, not yet, but when you truly hold power, when you reach the summit, on the day you'll be no different. Rancor, if you come for me, if you wish to save me, then bring us redemption through war, comfort us with the blood of the enemy, fight for vengeance, fight for the city, or tell us who your enemies are and we shall fight for you. Take us with you, General. The Rancors desire you. Take us to hell, back to the battlefield. Do not come back. Catherine, never come back. Ooh. Light. Peak. Whoever writes this interrogation is freaking masterclass storytelling. That's only you, pathetic losers. I swear, no matter what enemy I face, once I step into the battlefield, I will not retreat. I will not falter. I will not surrender. I will rise every time I fall until victory is won or I meet a glorious death. I will never become you. I will never become you. She charged headlong into the abyss, her mortal legs wading through the songs of flesh and blood. Let the shadows of war envelop her. Let the frenzied souls of the dead tear at her flesh. This was what she had been born for. I just love the fact that the Rancors refer to Chief Shack as their kin. It's really, really interesting. I mean, we know the Rancors are from the underground. Like, the power originated from the underground. The guillotine! Lost time could not be reclaimed, so she pursued death itself to recover the fallen. She had awakened now, and this time she chose her own battlefield. Soldiers of this corps, who were abandoned and have lost your way. Let your Rancors shut up and listen to me. From this moment, I'm your only commander. You will follow my orders and mine alone. You'll fight only the battlefields I choose. And in return, I'll bear the weight of your sins. I'll chart your path forward. I'll restore your glory. You will not be asked to compromise your duty. You will not be ordered to make pointless sacrifices. You will have your justice, your honor, and your win. All of it. Every battle you fight under my command will be honorable, with not a single blemish on your victory. My exploited, broken, abandoned soldiers, your hell ends now. Come with me. It's time to return to the world of the living. My blade in victory or defeat, in life or in death, will always be human. The journal plunged into hell, while history marched on regardless. Perhaps her blade would carve a path to power's pinnacle, reclaiming a glory for violence. Then, like all who came before, she would have that very strength corrupted, her iron will hollowed out, swinging her blade against the chaos, until she finally fell from the throne. Perhaps her conquest would cover the dead, and smother the embers of past wars, but for the hatred sown too deep to root out, she could only conquer on. Every land she crossed would be stained by her influence, as she herself became stained with blood. Or perhaps the journal would fall in battle, lost on the road home, meeting the same meaningless end as the countless souls she had once reaped. Born for war, to die in battle would be the most fitting and natural conclusion, before her strength could carve a path into even greater torrents. Or maybe, perhaps someday, in a distant future, by the slimmest change imaginable, even one who had lived an entire life by the blade would meet a truly and remarkable end. Now this is hell a song! The Little Mouse's song! I came back after all, you old bastards, angry enough to climb out of your graves? Hellas BGM, Little Mouses, Augustus, Catherine, Augustus, Andohar. This makes the Augustus speech in the event finally hold so much more weight. It does. It really does. Rankers versus Shackles, which is strongest power. She Shackles are supposed to be weaker than her Shackles. That is true. That is so true. But at the same time, the Rankers are just like a part of the Shackles. A part of the power. Now that everyone's here, I can show you something good. For years, the names of the 2 previous commanders have rested in silence upon their tombstone. As she looks up, a faint grey silhouette emerges from the short distance, moving towards her. Chief of the MBCC. I came to see the blade that returned. I heard that an exceptional weapon is priceless. It only stays sharp because it's cared for. And now Chief will care for Catherine. Still not broken yet. Need any tending. Don't worry, everything's fine. Now the blade can finally return to its scabbard. To Chief? To the MBCC? The blade returns to its sheath. On this path, history is taking root silently. Oh my god! The interrogation was amazing! It was so good! Yeah, Catherine is so romantic! Holy shit, the ending part with Catherine's song? The Catherine song was so short in the actual like main story quest. It was so long here, it was great! It was really, really great. Catherine. Oh no! We need more! We need more! Wow! Too bad it's not voiced though. I would love to hear her voice. No, no. And just like that, those 2 go float somewhere else. You're in a cemetery too. Brock and Draven must be like turning in their graves. Like, really? And our gravestones? What is Catherine doing? What if the rank is the individual link that make up the shackles? That's why even float shackles still superior to rankers. You know what? I think you're cooking. I think you're spot on, Potato. Wow. Yeah, I think both of you are right. I didn't even think about that, but you guys are so right. Awu is voiced? I need to play Awu's story. I can't believe I just got Awu in this anniversary. But yeah, hopefully they have more voice story, more voice interrogations. Ying Ying is voiced, and Awu. Wait. Let me check the completed. Nox, Darren, Serpent, Zero, Shalom. See, they are voiced. We crave it, we do. Oh, it was really amazing. It was so good. But so like, probably one of my favorite interrogations are definitely Nox and Shalom. Shalom interrogation was out of this world. That was so out of this world. Oh man, I miss him. Oh, August, she's so beautiful. She is so freaking beautiful. But yeah. Next one is Perspectra. I wonder if Perspectra are voiced. I second this.
Sure, no problem. I'll be right back with...
Right back with you. Do you guys know if this is voiced? If I press activate, will it start? I don't want to start it right now, but Feral Chief is that appears in yeah, Feral Chief was crazy. Feral Chief was amazing. Yeah, we just need to play this, but probably another day, right? I don't know. Do you guys know how long is the Perspector thing? Depends on how long it is. Maybe we can even do it today. Maybe. I don't know how long it is. Is it like a typical interrogation? Because like, for example, Mirages are very short. Like Mirage is short. Mirage is short, but I don't think so. I did the first one of Perspectra. It's long? Okay. So we just leave it for a full stream. On the stream.
Family. Duty.
Oh. It's long. Got it. Oh, wait. Profile. Soul Charm. Voice. I want to unlock... we need to quickly level up her compliance.
There was this
Mine is just at 40. It's
night
longer than
fight
interrogations?
A general
Wow.
on horseback,
Wow.
conquering mountain passes. Pity I never found a real steed in all my campaigns, let alone here in this city. Well, so much for my childhood dream. To let your guard down while standing so close. How reckless, Chief. Shall I teach you why that's unwise?
Annoyed?
You kept your hands to yourself when I wore an evening gown, but now you can't resist?
Touching her.
What is it? You have a thing for uniforms?
Special attention.
Did another important person order you to watch me?
Hiding
Relax.
rats?
I've no interest in decapitating hiding rats. You're why I'm here.
Fat hat?
And this suits me just fine. This hat still bears the Discord insignia. Quite a rare sight these days. Should I replace it with your MBCC logo instead?
Oh, replacing it with the MBCC logo. Wow.
Does anyone still remember Discord? Not those FAC pretenders. I mean, the true soldiers who stared down the barrel and broke battlefields beneath their boots.
But yeah, I can't wait to hear her dialogue
Tell me,
for
Is it
70,
forgetfulness
80, and
or
100%.
cowardice?
Wait, let me check what Hela gives you. The new Hela. Because it can reach 200 now. More HP, HP, HP. Oh, okay. Performance and serving term. No! I kinda hoped we could unlock like more dialogue. You know, more conversation. But sadly not. But yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. Next time, next Pathtonowhere stream, we are going to do Hela's story. Hela's Perspectra. Because I can't wait to find out more about Hela's Perspectra, what this is about, you know. Yeah, precious little mouse. I can't wait to see it. And hopefully this week I will finally watch the live house music and make a tier list. Thanks, G. Looking forward to Little Mouse Perspective. Me too. Guys, thank you so much. I'm ending the stream now. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Ember. Goodbye, Potato Couch. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Autumn out.